strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie here.
Controversial team.
Common profanity linked to Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy gag. The Opie and Anthony show.
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
I believe we put on a fine show every day, but let's not be mistaken. We are the dumbest guys in radio.
Ew, it's Opie and Anthony. This place sucks.
There's no mistake about it. We are the dumbest guys in broadcasting.
Anybody that doesn't appreciate this radio show can go and kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
What will happen today?
I can't believe anyone is still listening to this show.
Oh, you want me to fuck your dick, do ya? One girl told me my balls smell like a ham and Munster on wheat.
I'm going to make you come so good.
This is going to be another stupid show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Another fine week of radio about to begin. I guess. I hope. You know what? We said that last weekend. Wow, we had a hell of a week of radio.
What a fine week.
We should have taken today off.
What a night. Yeah, we could have just ridden our...
and patted ourselves on the back and said, you know, we had such a great week of radio, we're going to take Monday off.
With Bobo on Friday.
Stupid Bobo.
About Kelly throwing up. It was just at his asshole. It was just fantastic. That stuck with me all weekend.
Did it?
Oh, it certainly did.
I actually forget about Bobo as soon as he leaves the studio.
Well,
he's one of those guys. I mean, we do great radio with him, and then I forget that we even did radio with him.
I saw him at Bar 9 on Friday.
Yeah.
A lot of people were down there. Had a good time. But, yeah, Bobo was down there. And this is what Bobo does on those big nights out. Place was really crowded, packed, and a lot of fans there and everything.
Good.
And Bobo walks around with his cell phone showing people pictures, and he's like, and this one is my with my family. Here's me in the studio. And then the fans just go, oh, show him, and make him walk to somebody else. And they just keep doing that and just shove it off on everybody. And he never catches on. And poor Bobo.
Fucking listeners are a bunch of dicks. I love them.
Yeah.
I was going up to Bobo when I saw him interacting with some fans. So when I saw that happening, I would just go up to them and ask the fan that he had been talking to if they had seen his penis. And then I would take out my phone and start showing him
the penis picture with
his penis and horse asshole.
With the drawings around it, and his penis as the nose was very funny.
Yeah, you missed a fine show Friday, Jimmy.
Oh, it was fantastic.
One for the ages.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was a good one. Well, happy Black History Month to our African-American listeners.
Are we doing our Black History Month thing?
I sure hope so. I wanted to let everybody know on the 1st of February that this is indeed Black History Month.
Yeah.
And we usually do some kind of a tribute where we highlight and put the spotlight on lesser-known African-Americans throughout history.
So we better have one for today,
right? We better
right?
fucking have one. You know
right,
something?
Steve? Right,
I didn't
Steve?
think of it. That should have just been a given. You do? God damn.
Oh, so you guys are doing Black History Month?
Well, fuck me all to hell.
Whose show is this? I don't even know if it's our show anymore, Ann. I think our names are just on it.
Thank God.
I think we're just the puppets for everybody else.
Thank God we don't really have
what
to
do you want
work.
us to do today? What do you do for a living? Character? God.
Character?
Character?
I was listening to that on the replay.
Number one on the countdown.
Driving home. Number one on the countdown over the weekend. I was listening to it and just laughing my ass off at that guy.
Yeah.
What a non-lawyer. Like, how is that guy a lawyer?
I don't know. I don't know how he represents you.
Did you see the video?
And gets your case done.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this guy saying?
Yeah, we got to get Ron the lawyer back on the show soon. Real soon.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. The Grammys were last night. And, you know, I watched the Grammys for, I don't know, it was on until like 11:30. I finally gave up around 10:15, somewhere around there. What a bore.
That's why
the Grammys are really just a boring display.
I can't tell you the last award show I even watched.
I don't blame you.
I don't watch the MTV awards shows, you know, that were hip 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they're the same thing as the Grammys, and fucking, I'll probably watch, like the Oscars, I think, is the only thing I'll peek in on to see Best Picture.
Sure.
Or something.
And the Grammys, they had, I don't think they had a host.
They went
hostless? Now that I think about it, I don't think they had a host. And I don't think that's smart. I think you need a guy like a comic or female comic, whoever you want to go with, to just kind of, riff and make some jokes, and then he's kind of the glue for the whole show, where he pops back on stage and comments about maybe some of the stuff that is happening, and gets a line or two, resets. I don't know. These people just walking out and giving out awards without a host is really, really strange.
They really did that?
I believe so.
That's interesting. Novel idea.
I watched the show, and I don't think there was a host.
I didn't watch it, so again, I watched the highlights on the news the next morning.
Yeah.
See who won. That's all I need to know. Who were the winners? Was there any controversy, which will be overexposed 20,000 times on the news if there was?
No.
So,
the highlight, I guess, was Lady Gaga's extremely strange dress.
With the hula hoop dress?
The hula hoop dress.
See? I know. She had the hula hoop.
She kind of looked like a solar system or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was going for.
The future.
They just thought she was brilliant for doing it.
It's the future, Opie. Remember in the olden days where they would show people how they would dress in the future?
Oh, right.
Lady Gaga is all over that look.
She's okay.
She dresses like a space person.
She's dressing like the future.
She dresses like something out of an Ed Wood space movie.
She's dressing like the World's Fair, 1963.
Exactly.
The future.
The future. The kitchen of the future. Here's Lady Gaga's clothes.
How does she sit down? How does she pee? How does she do anything in that dumb thing?
She doesn't have to sit down to pee. She pees through that giant penis.
Oh, that's a good point.
That sticks out of her vagina.
But she had a duet with Elton John. Sir. They call him Sir Elton John now.
Oh, great.
How'd it go?
She's more of a man than he is. That's for sure.
It was
How'd
good.
that go? Good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
What'd they sing?
It was kind of like
Elton's classics.
It was kind of like a medley.
Ooh.
I think they did her song, Speechless, and then they did Elton John, Your Song.
There's something about that Lady Gaga.
In what way?
Not so much just her red carpet pictures, but when she's performing, she looks very sexy.
She is sexy, man.
She does some sexy moves. Yeah, but then red carpet, she just kind of looks there like some.
No, her.
She's like some. She's not old, but she looks like some Long Island Jew woman that just bleached her hair and put on a hula hoop skirt.
Well, she was very serious on the red carpet. That was her.
Was
thing.
she?
That was her demeanor, where she wasn't really. She was expressionless.
See, that looks cool with her
red carpet.
Her 60s go-go bangs and the dark eye makeup.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I don't find her unattractive.
She does the best with what she's got.
That's, something. You got something there.
Here's the problem. She's one of the hottest things in music, right? If not the hottest thing in music. She's making a shitload of money. If that was just a regular girl from Long Island, she would look like a pig.
Yeah, you think so?
You wouldn't even think twice. You wouldn't even look at her twice.
You think we're just looking at her in another light because she's, on stage and scantily clad and moving around and singing?
She does the best with what she's got, sure.
How old is she, you think?
She's 45, I think.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't tell how old Lady Gaga is.
She's young 20s.
She could be 18 or she could be 35. I have no idea.
I would guess she's late 20s.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Well, she used to kind of hang around NYU and
got a late start.
She's a New York City broad.
We're going to Wikipedia that bitch right about now.
She's from the area Jimmy hangs out in a lot.
Down near
the Comedy Cellar and all that.
Oh, okay.
She played all those clubs down there.
Yeah, she's probably
23.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
She's probably more Lower East Side, too, than the Cellar. The Cellar's like the West Village. She's probably more like the fucking Bowery.
Yeah, probably. If you want, I could give you a taste of the Lady Gaga Elton John thing.
Let's hear it. Let's hear what it sounds like.
Fucking Elton John, man.
Who is now?
I don't think I've ever downloaded one of Elton John's songs or anything, but when you hear his shit, you're like, God damn, that guy knows what he's doing.
Did he have any hits?
Just a couple.
Rocket Man is fucking phenomenal.
Rocket Man.
Do you know how old I feel when I'm in the car with my girlfriend and Philadelphia Freedom comes on? And I start tapping my fucking...
Philadelphia Freedom?
Because I remember when I was a kid, my dad would listen. That's a fucking great tune.
Yeah,
you like that?
Love And the light, shine the light. And the light, won't you shine the light?
This isn't one of my favorite Elton John songs.
I love this one.
You like this one, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Huh?
But it's like you really feel like an old man when you just listen to that in front of your girlfriend. You're like, I'm finished.
This would be true.
He's kind of like Cher, but not as masculine. Oh, the toe tapper. Oh, this live?
Yeah, of course. Travis is playing it. Of course it's the live version.
What about Funeral for a Friend?
I know that one.
You know Funeral for a Friend.
We hear Funeral for a Friend.
No. It takes about
epic.
It takes about 4 minutes before it even...
4? I think it's like 6 to 8 minutes before it even starts singing.
That's what I'm saying. It takes forever before he actually starts singing.
Yeah, it's very artistic.
Well, this is a little taste of Lady Gaga and Elton John. We don't have to play the whole song.
Take a moving picture, Hollywood. I wanna be a star. I can't believe what you said to me last night. We were alone. Threw your hands up, baby. You gave up. I can't believe how you looked at me with the James Dean glossy eyes. In your tight jeans, with your long hair, the cigarette stained lies. And I know that's complicated, but I'm a little in love, so baby, raise a glass to me. The broken hearts of all my rectal friends. Never talk again. Oh boy, you left me speechless. You left me speechless.
He sounds the same line every time, though. He sounds really good.
And I'll never love again. Oh, friend, you've left me speechless. You've left me speechless.
I don't find her very good, like, technically. Well, she's good when she's...
Well, here...
I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. And after all the boys and girls that we've been through, would you give it all up? Would you give it all up? If I promise for you.
His outfit is terrible.
Well, he's dressing like Lady Gaga.
Was that what he was doing?
Yeah, it was Halloween night at the Grammys.
What's
He
all
had
the
dirty face.
Yeah, let's get either a chimney sweep or he just left Steve's apartment. Sorry, Steve. Yes, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
I know what you're going to say, Ant. I think when she slows down her voice and does ballads, it's average at best.
Yeah.
She needs to be singing that pop shit.
Yeah, she needs that fucking auto-tuning going on and all kinds of wackiness and fucking techno music behind her. She does a ballad and she's like, all right. Yawn.
Psycho Bob's got the line that we should have had. Psycho Bob, Baltimore, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I think Lady Gaga dresses like George Jetson's wife, Jane.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Jane.
Punching out.
Was it Judy? Well, Judy was the daughter, right?
Judy was the daughter, yeah.
So maybe more like Judy Jetson.
Oh, dude.
Who's the son? Ted
Email that
Jetson?
picture to me.
Taylor Swift won a lot of shit last night, Anthony.
Yeah.
And she also did a duet.
With?
Well, it just shows you that these new broads, they don't have really good voices. I think they're products of studios.
Yeah.
We have talked about this before. Her idol is Stevie Nicks. So Stevie Nicks comes out and sings with Taylor Swift.
Oh, my God, you're kidding me.
Why would you attempt to sing with Stevie Nicks?
Not only that, but why would Stevie Nicks come out in public? Did she? How did she look? I know. Look, she's no kid.
Let's just put it this
I
way:
know
it's
that.
not the 70s anymore.
She had her heyday,
or the
as
80s, or the 90s.
The cute little impish singer from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
The little fireball of energy with Fleetwood Mac. I guess those days are gone, eh?
Yeah. I was telling my wife last night. Do you remember the Stevie Nicks rumor?
Which one? That she had a cock?
Oh, was that one of those?
I don't know. Every rumor about someone.
The best Stevie Nicks rumor ever. It was going around that she loved her cocaine so much that she would be found in stalls. I don't know why she would be found in stalls, but this rumor was solid. This was like Mikey pop rock solid. And people would find her in the stall, bent over, as it didn't matter if it was a guy or a girl, would be blowing cocaine up her ass with a straw.
She liked the coke up her ass?
That was a huge rumor back in, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s. That she liked her coke so much. And supposedly, I guess she did so much coke. This is all rumors, obviously.
The septum in her nose?
She fucked up her nose so bad that she fucking had to have, like, people blow cocaine up her ass with a straw.
Ass. All right, let's see. There's Stevie.
You want to hear this?
Let me just take a look at her. All right. It could be worse.
She's all right.
She's no kid, but she doesn't look. She's not a complete wreck. All right.
Well, this is
My
great.
bad.
This exposes the young singers, the young pop stars, and really shows you that they can't keep up with the legends
because they can't lip sync these. They cannot do it.
Let me just play it, and you tell me. Give Taylor Swift a grade on this. We won't play the whole thing.
It's a fairy tale and an honor to share a stage with Stevie Nicks. Shannon rings like a bell through the night. Would you love to love her? She moves her life like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover?
Leaves a little to be desired there. Her first high note was flat.
And it was horrible, wasn't it?
Flat as my girlfriend's ass on the boat. And then
Stevie Nicks just walks up. Her voice is like fucking butter, man. Just smooth as silk still.
Yeah.
And then Taylor,
she thin, very thin voice.
Well, she took the lead for that second verse.
Yep.
I couldn't tell who was who.
Come on, Jimmy.
I swear to God.
Jimmy.
Who sang first?
Just because it's Black History
She sounded
Month.
better.
She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the
Taylor's doing a high harmony here.
She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless, all your life you never see a woman.
Again, she can't hit that high fucking harmony.
It's like
I can never hit the high note, Alice.
Stevie did Taylor Swift a huge favor. She has no business being on that stage with Stevie Nicks.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? Will you ever win?
This song is terrible anyway. I fucking hate Fleetwood Mac.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
My friend's
wrong
brother
with this
plays for him,
song.
too.
Your friend's brother?
Yeah, Mark Vito. His brother plays guitar, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a club owner in Wildwood.
Look, it's not. I mean,
Guy with the fucking midget banjo. Again.
you could hear it though. Taylor just can't keep up with that.
No, the regular voice, and then you hear her with one of her produced songs and shit like that, and it's magic.
shit. It's nothing but magic.
Magic. I will say I'm glad that they did kind of not lip sync.
I know. For the most part, I don't think anyone was lip syncing last night.
Yeah, they kind of got off of that after the whole Milli Vanilli thing many years back.
Did you see? Oh, you didn't see any of the. You didn't see Jamie Foxx and his
No, what did he do? What did he do?
Well, I guess he hired Beetlejuice to perform with him because... Do you have the Jamie Foxx performance for Anthony? I think he hired Beetlejuice.
Oh, no.
I just want to show this to
not
Anthony.
a musical Jamie Foxx fan.
No?
And I'm not really an actor Jamie Foxx fan.
Well, it was awkward when he came out.
To direct your attention to the center stage, where members of the Royal Gramophonic Society will attempt to elevate these proceedings with the glory that is opera.
See, it's opera, eh? It's opera.
Yeah.
Blame it on the
And then Jamie Foxx comes out.
Get up!
His big song, Blame It on the Alcohol, Anthony.
And there's
The auto-tune song of the year.
Why is he singing?
Because that's what he does now. But you guys got to see when he brings Beetlejuice out.
Why is he dressed like General Custer?
I don't know. Danny, just fast forward a little bit. He brings out some friends.
Does he? You think the music people in the audience are like, all right, Jamie Foxx, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
No, they all just kiss each other's ass.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah. A little further in the
Whoever
song.
invented the auto-tune is like the guy that invented AIDS.
It's the fucking laugh track of music.
Thank you. Perfect. Oh, shit, yo.
And that's T-Pain coming out.
T-Pain.
T-Pain.
Motherfucking T-Pain!
Motherfucking T-Pain! Jay-Z's into it. And then he brings some more friends out.
All right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Terrible song.
It's horrible. It's just an auto-tune song. It's taking forever. Could you fast forward? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did Jay-Z walk on stage?
No, keep going. This is a long way for a joke.
Holy shit, this fucking song went on
Here we
forever.
are.
Enough.
And then he brings out Beetlejuice.
Who is that?
Who is that? I can't tell.
She's lovely. And then Slash comes out. What the fuck is going on here? How big of an event do you want to make this?
Yeah. It's a lame song.
Yeah. Look, it's Michael Jackson's coffin with a yay written on it.
Well, Slash comes out and does a little November Rain.
Yeah. Who's the fat fucking midget?
Well, it's just weird that he brings her out as he's singing Blame It on the Alcohol.
I didn't know who that was.
You want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll write it down for you.
Look, and there's still fucking like, all right, enough of this. I can't take it.
This is terrible.
That's his? Oh, why was she out there?
I don't know.
Who cares that it's his?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
That's
Jamie
his
Foxx
sister.
brought out his sister,
Yeah.
who doesn't really.
Who the last name does not quite fit.
Nothing foxy about her.
No. No.
No, she's related to Jamie Ox. God.
Oh, God.
I hate how they tried to make it such an event, such
Yeah.
a monumental thing for the ages,
Like
and it
this
didn't
is
work.
going to be remembered for years to come.
Well, because the song doesn't hold up by itself, so you have to make it an event. So you have to get like T-Pain out there, and you got to get Slash doing a little November Rain with his top hat on. That's why. That's why you got Pink doing an acrobat act, because she doesn't have a voice like Beyonce or Lady Gaga.
She's in Cirque du Soleil now or something. They had her wrapped in a sheet hanging from the fucking ceiling.
Well, when she fucking walked, did you see what she was wearing as she walked on the stage to do her acrobat act?
No, what?
She looked fucking completely naked.
Did she? Look any good?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a hint of a boob, though.
Yeah, Pink's very kind of manly. She's got like kind of a husky body on her.
She's built like a gymnast.
Yeah.
Not many gymnasts
or a prison
are
bulldog.
bangable. Or a prison bulldog.
Interchangeable there.
And if you don't have a really good, voice, you gotta pump it up with something.
Yeah. So this is Pink. She's in some kind of a robe, I think. All right, with the artistic bullshit.
There's a horrible version online.
Is that a video or is it live last night?
This is from last night.
Is she just wearing a ribbon under that? Is that pretty much what it is?
Yeah.
She's just ribbon.
She's gonna rip this off.
Take it up. Well, then just slide that fucker forward until she rips it off. I can't watch this whole bullshit video.
You don't think this is good?
Oh, there you go.
I'd say. Okay,
wait, go back as she's
a little
walking.
She rips right when she rips that fucker off.
Yeah, watch this.
Here we go. All right. She has
what a
no
fucking
tits.
body on her, man.
Yeah, but she has no tits.
Yeah.
I don't care. She has legs and ass.
Yeah.
If you're dressed like a gymnast, you got to have some boobs. I'm thinking.
She's got an ass that makes up for it right there.
And then she goes
up in a sheet.
Yeah, and then she spins around.
Look
and
at
sings
the ass on her
song.
Yeah, even through the sheet, it looked pretty good.
And then
until that big brown wet spot leaked through.
So she sharted right through it. And it's fucking drooling out like the alien's mouth when he's about to bite Sigourney's face.
Then they pour water on her.
Great.
Whatever.
That's the fantastic moment in Grammy history.
Let's say hi to Steve in Vegas. Steve.
Yes, it's Monday. I couldn't make it in. I was gambling with my health again. I'm the bareback producer.
Yes, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hello, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
All right, I just want to say, if you saw the death reel where they gave Michael Jackson the big standing ovation, and the other 50 people that died, they just kind of threw to the wayside.
Well, we've talked about this. Some people's deaths are more important to us than others. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's Pink without a fucking shirt on. Is that real?
Yes, it's all real. Everything on the internet is real.
Oh, she's got some boobies.
Yeah, something.
Punch now, boys.
Wait, who died last year?
Might have strapped him down.
Besides Michael Jackson, who was like number 2 on the list?
DJ AM.
Oh, that's a big drop off. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, kind of a drop off.
No disrespect, but that's a big drop off. Les Paul.
Les Paul's a biggie.
Yes, Les Paul.
I don't know.
Billy Mays.
Michael Jackson's kids. You want to continue with this Grammy talk? It's so fascinating.
We might as well. Michael Jackson's kids. Did they bring out the little kid that was afraid?
Blanket?
Little Blanket. Did Little Blanket come out?
Funny you ask, because I think we're onto something with Blanket is what is our afraid? Did we use or scared?
He's a scared.
Blanket is scared of the light.
Mm-hmm. Blanket.
What was our line? Blanket is scared of the light.
He is.
He wasn't. Hates the light. Blanket
hates
thank you.
The light.
Blanket hates the light. Blanket was not at the Grammys, but the other two were there.
Yeah.
So Blanket he's done with the light. He's back.
That's it.
He's back in his cave or wherever.
Poor little Blanket.
Or the cellar, wherever they allow him to live his life.
Blanket. What a legacy Michael Jackson has. The pedophilia and naming a child after something you cover yourself with.
There's just 2 fucking white kids on stage. It's a really weird.
And no one, yeah, it's unmentionable. Look
those
at
are Michael Jackson's
look at those
children.
Lovely white children.
And will Debbie Rowe just admit that she fucking gave her eggs for these kids? The daughter looks exactly like her in the eyes.
Daughter looks like Sarah Palin.
Really?
Well, with the glasses.
And the son looks like Damien in The Second Omen.
Yes. No hint of African blood in there whatsoever.
Michael Jackson was just self-hating.
Yes.
He was a self-hating guy.
He did not want to have to look at a little Negro child as being as his, so he got little white children somehow through eggs and sperm donation and raised them as his own kids. And I mean, give me a break. People actually bought into this for a while, too. When he had him going through the airport with the masks on, yet you could see their straight hair, their fucking white faces, and people like, there's the Jackson children. There's Michael's kids. And no one brought up the fact that they're white.
And a lot of people are going to go, well, Angelina and Brad adopt black kids and try, which is
He never fessed up to adopting anything. He was.
Right.
People said he fathered these children. He didn't.
He did not father those kids.
It's impossible, right? Well, you want to hear the son there talk?
I like the daughter wearing the fucking, what she got on with the frills on the front.
Well, she's
The
doing
Austin Powers shirt. She's wearing an Austin Powers shirt.
And they gave Michael Jackson a Grammy for...
What? What did they do?
They just kind of make up Grammys for people.
That.
They really do. I don't even know what he got.
The worst commercial for Propofol award?
Michael Jackson's kids.
Thank you. Thank you. We are proud to be here to accept this award on behalf of our father, Michael Jackson. First of all, we'd like to thank God for watching over us for these past 7 months, and our grandma and grandpa for their love and support.
What was this for them?
We'd also like to thank the fans. Our father loved you so much because you're always there for him. Our father was always concerned about the planet and humanity. Through all his hard work and dedication, he has helped through many charities and donated to all of them.
I bet he donated.
Through all his songs, his message was simple: love.
Yeah. Children.
We will continue to spread his message and help the world. Thank you. We love you, Bill.
And now Paris, the daughter.
Daddy was supposed to be here. Daddy was going to perform this year, but he couldn't perform last year. Thank you. We love you, Daddy.
He's got mental problems. I think I'd say in my professional diagnosis of 1/2 a minute of talking that they have mental problems. That's what I'm going to say.
Why? Because they have to reaffirm the relationship every 8 seconds? My father, Daddy, our father.
My father, Daddy, Father, Pop.
Yes.
Old man, Pop, Father.
Oh, God damn.
Giver of life.
I like how she almost said why her father couldn't be here this year. I think we know.
Yes, he was
His jaw's dropping in a box somewhere. He's singing the old eternal note.
He's looking at the man in the satin. Holy shit, enough already with the fucking worship of this guy. Asshole Hollywood.
Stop.
Well, they did one of Michael Jackson's songs last night.
Did they? Who did?
I don't know. It was an all-star lineup.
Lady Gaga?
Nah, she wouldn't be fucking caught dead doing that shit.
Really?
It was like Celine Dion and Usher and
oh wow,
and that what the fuck is her name? Jennifer Hudson.
Oh yeah,
she's got a sick, powerful fucking voice.
Well, she does.
She really does.
She's a diva.
She's got that diva
I'm a
thing
diva.
going on. And she lost a little weight. She's looking good.
Stop it.
Good.
Stop it.
God.
Stop it. There's no fucking way she could look good.
And they were trying to do a 3D thing because, you know, Avatar's all the rage.
Are you kidding me? What'd they do?
And all of a sudden on the screen last night it said, put your glasses on. And I'm looking around my house and I'm like, I don't have glasses.
Oh, it's like, I got LASIK.
I don't have glasses. No, the 3D glasses.
That's what I'm talking about. Can they do that?
Where were you supposed to get the glasses from?
Can they LASIK your eyes so you can just see 3D?
So they go, put your glasses on. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't have fucking 3D glasses. So if you don't have the 3D glasses, which I would imagine most of America did not, you saw this greeny fucking mess on the screen.
Were they trying hard to make it 3D, like reaching out?
I didn't have the glasses. I don't know. I don't know what you were supposed to see.
How are you supposed to see it? They didn't tell people to get glasses.
I think they did tell people to get glasses.
But where were you supposed to get the glasses?
At your local Stop and Shop.
That's what it looked like.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
I know
the reds and blues are separated. Yeah, just that's old school.
It was really, really hard to follow if you didn't have the glasses.
That's old school.
Colors and changing the leaves.
Wow, they got shitty versions of all these songs online. Well,
see, look, now they're blowing out like a dandelion, so all those were probably all scattered around you. And then in the culmination, Michael's cock sprays 3D jism all over the children. It's wonderful. Oh, it's good. And then they have a bottom of the grave view of his coffin going down, and it looks like it's actually coming down on top of you.
But yeah, who's this?
Who is this?
Celine Dion.
Get the kayak.
Yeah, good old Celine Dion.
Oh, look at that
stupid fucking iron face.
Oh, I think I saw Michael in the background.
Oh, was it a monkey?
No,
Oops. Sorry.
It was the
was that Usher?
Songbird.
Can we hear the? We see how they sing.
Version.
With the black armband, like some fucking
I know
soldier died or a cop. Out of here.
What the Who would let their kid be in a Michael Jackson video?
Why
still?
wouldn't you? People let Michael fuck their kids for money.
Notice my hand
Allegedly.
went up.
Allegedly. Stop
Allegedly.
it. Who's going to sue me? Sue me.
Let me go to Jimmy James. Jimmy James.
Hey, boys.
Good morning, Jimmy James.
Devil's advocate this morning.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, on the, it could be Michael's kids with the genetic engineering they got, but I just picture it as 2 columns for, hair white, skin tone white, all the way down except for weight and voice.
You know what?
No, these kids don't have any genetic markers of Michael Jackson in them whatsoever.
You know what?
She's going to be hot, I bet.
Boys, can I throw myself?
I know she's going to end up like her mom, Debbie Rowe, though, man.
Nah, maybe she'll have better eating habits. In fact,
what Jimmy James?
You just keep talking, Jimmy James.
We had a thought. We wanted to go with our thoughts.
And
you're
nothing.
I don't know. He just keeps talking, though.
And then your thought.
No, I'm
had
just going to
nothing.
talk over him.
Thank you, James, of the Jimmy variety. You know what? I would have gave Michael's kids a mic and go, all right, prove you're fucking Michael Jackson's kids.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sing something.
Yeah, that ain't going to work.
By your age, you already had 20 hits.
He did.
What do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got?
one of them will try to put out a song. Michael Jackson's son or daughter or whatever it is.
Called My Daddy Pop Father Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, Daddy, we miss you. It'll be some awful...
Oh, yeah, retrospective on his thing.
melancholy drip.
Oh, and... Yes, when you taught me the ABCs, they were easy as 1, 2, 3, and the Latin like words of the song.
You saw the world in the mirror.
Yes. Yes. It was all about fucking the kids and... shut up.
No one cared if you were black or white. Daddy, father, Pop. Guy whose cum is nowhere near us.
Well,
we have none of your DNA in us.
Not pre-birth anyway.
And then, I don't know. I mean,
Fat mama. Debbie Rowe moonwalks in, or they skateboard her in like Jabba the Hutt. She's sipping cocoa out of a fucking colostomy bag.
Eating frogs out of a big bowl next to her.
like popcorn. Whatever. And then, I don't know. Trying to make something out of this Grammy thing from last night. Quentin Tarantino came on stage.
Now, what did he have to do with the Grammys?
Not much, but he was... he sounded like he was talking black.
There's another guy I'm diagnosing as insane, just based
Quentin?
on my own opinion of him talking in public, especially of late.
Why the fuck does... He comes in for that other movie, but he doesn't come in for Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah, I don't
understand what happens with these guys. They only need us when... What, they have a shitty movie coming out? Although I like that project with Rodriguez and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. And
I was thinking of the other day, I'm like, why didn't he come in for Inglourious Bastards?
What was the movie he put out before the last one? Like, I think a lot of time passed by is why. You know?
He loved us. He invited us to go watch movies if we're ever known that.
He loved us.
Remember?
Oh, to stay in the night.
Remember, we got another fake invite from a Hollywood star.
Yeah, to come sit in that theater.
He goes,
saw
man,
that worked. I had to build one of my own.
He goes, yeah, next time you're in L.A., come by and, I do movie night every Monday.
Do you?
And then we're sitting here like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
We're supposed to start knocking on doors when we go to Hollywood?
Yeah. And Roland, where's my 2 copies of Lost? I want my 2 weeks of Lost.
What time does it start, by the way, on Tuesday? 8 o'clock?
Tomorrow at, I don't know, but I'll be in front of the TV the second I get home from work, so I don't miss it.
Is it a 3-hour special?
It's an 18-hour special. They're playing
I think it's 3 hours.
Thing. What?
3 hours, and I'm betting the first hour is a retrospective. I bet you're the first.
They usually do that. They have to with that stupid show.
So I've never seen an episode. Maybe I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
No, I got to be the last person.
That'll fill in.
Last person to not see Lost.
It's a good show, man. It really is.
Hey,
a little Lost party.
Greg in D.C.
My house.
When?
Good morning, boys.
Tuesday.
Good morning,
Watch it
Chip
on the big movie screen.
Jefferson, former Kung Fu star.
Over.
Can't.
Has anyone forgotten Chip Jefferson?
We were all talking about other stuff. What?
Well, I apologize. I just want to add to Jimmy's song. You should have not screwed Macaulay Culkin and just beat it.
So thanks for putting me on so far after the song.
It still kind of works, Greg. It's still
this morning. Good morning, Jimmy and Anthony.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, why are you saying fuck me? What did he say?
I don't know. You said fuck you.
Oh, I don't know what he said.
See, I thought that it was Kill Bill was the movie before that, Volume 2, which was 2004. Grindhouse was 2007, so it was a few years in between.
Well, he did Ron and Fez.
Well, it is 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think he might have came by when we weren't around.
He came by late. He came in at 11.
Oh, that's good to know. So maybe he was going to do our show.
Yeah,
Sam, Quentin Tarantino would have done our show?
Yeah, he was here. He was in New York. He got in the afternoon, and then he was here the next morning. But that next
10:31?
morning... No.
He came in at 10:31, and we were already in the elevator?
He did Stern the next morning.
But you guys took that day off.
Okay.
Oh, right,
no.
we did. So you guys weren't here the morning that he
so
was.
it's our fault.
It is. All right.
Fuck, he might have gave us a number this time for movie night.
Probably.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
Oh, we got the police officer. He said he'd call us back after he got tased. He was going through tase training, whatever. Of course. Taser training. We could do that after the break. So what? So Quentin sounded black last night, huh?
Oh, no. What was he doing?
He was introing Drake, Eminem, and Lil Wayne doing their song, and he fell into character, I guess.
What was the highlight for you for the Grammys?
Well, the Beyoncé performance was sick.
No, it wasn't.
The Lady Gaga performance was sick.
Sick in what way?
Ridiculous. Awesome.
Like off the charts, yo?
Off the chain.
It's off the chain now?
Of course, off the charts.
Did Quentin introduce them the way he introduced Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction?
No.
So you like the Grammys, Sam?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with this boring...
It was kind of boring.
It wasn't boring at all.
I thought so.
The Taylor Swift thing was good.
With Stevie Nicks?
Yes,
she proved that she can't sing.
And then she
really proved she can't sing. And Stevie Nicks, she's an older broad.
And then she went into
it was effortless for her.
She went into her single.
I know.
She sounded great.
Which was embarrassing that Stevie Nicks had to sing a Taylor Swift song with those simple... These lyrics don't mean shit.
People who listen to Taylor Swift don't even know who Stevie Nicks is at this point.
That is true. I understand
People
that.
under 20 don't know who she is.
Rumors is one of the biggest albums of all time. Look it up.
What's a big song on Rumors?
Everything.
But, what are a couple of them? Because, I've heard them all.
Don't Stop.
How's that go?
Thinking about tomorrow.
Don't stop. That was Bill Clinton's big election song.
Yeah, it's all right.
Every song on Rumors is big. I haven't thought of Rumors in a while, so now I got to get a song list. But every fucking song.
I just never liked Fleetwood Mac.
Secondhand News, of course. Dreams.
Wait, how do they go?
Don't Stop. Go Your Own Way. Go Your Own Way.
Oh, yeah.
You Make Loving Fun. Gold Dust Woman. Come on.
What's Gold Dust Woman?
Oh, wait. This can't be all from Rumors, is it? No, this has to be like a
greatest hits.
That's not on Rumors.
Which one is Rumors? Is that Rumors, probably?
Of course.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Dreams, Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way, You Make Loving Fun, Gold Dust Woman. Those were all massive hits.
Tusk?
What is Gold Dust Woman? I don't know that song at all.
You know these songs, Jimmy. You have to know Gold Dust Woman.
Well, that's a hint for fucking twink fingers. I'm sure he's looking for it.
You want to hear Gold Dust Woman?
Yeah, I don't know what the song.
Oh, yeah, okay. I wouldn't have known it by name. But when you hear
just
that,
know it.
All right. I never heard this.
Come on, Jimmy.
I need more cowbell. Yeah.
Right.
It's like she's singing with a vibrator on her throat.
Did you like Pink's performance?
Pink's
performance was the same thing she did on MTV. I'm tired of seeing Pink on the ceiling.
Damn!
Oh, shit.
She's done the naked suit and hanging off the ceiling before.
Yeah?
I've seen it. She
So
got
you're with us. The Grammys sucked.
No, just Pink's thing was...
Why did Lady Gaga have to wear, barbed wire?
Because she's a performance artist. That's her thing.
Yeah.
Is she a performance artist?
She's a performance artist, And by the way, she can sing ballads. I also disagree with that statement you made.
Not when you put her up against Elton John. That was the biggest problem last night, is putting these young people with the legends.
If you listen
Elton John was effortless.
To the stuff she's done semi-unplugged where she just got a piano in her voice and a little synthesizer or something, but no effects. She sounds awesome. Terrific. Terrific.
Yeah.
And you liked all the like hip hop and stuff?
Yeah, except they bleeped out almost 3/4 of Lil Wayne's performance.
Did you like Jamie Foxx's song?
That song I can't firmly get behind.
You are.
What's wrong with you, Sam?
Come on, just say it sucked.
I mean, it wasn't. But auto-tune is like a trend right now. You know, I'm not a big auto-tune fan, but I understand it.
How do you understand it?
It's just what people like that effectiveness.
And
of
how
it.
is it a trend when it's been around since Cher did that fucking song?
But now it's
believe in love, I believe in love. What was wrong with her?
I don't know.
I think she Botoxed her tongue or something.
I know. She couldn't even talk.
Can you give me a little Cher?
Stroke Cher.
Give me Botox Cher. What was the name? The song was Believe, I guess?
Believe.
Yeah, this was, but technically I think this was the first auto-tune song.
I did like Jamie Foxx's performance because at the end he said, "Sorry about the auto-tune, Jay-Z," which was just a little shot in there. Like, yeah, I'm still going to do my thing,
Oh, shit, yo.
Like Jay-Z doesn't like
He
auto-tune?
pronounced the death of auto-tune.
I see a fucking a war between those two shaping up.
Jay-Z will probably let it slide.
A la fucking... No. I see like a Tupac fucking Biggie war going on between these two.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Jamie Foxx making some security.
Jay-Z's a multi-millionaire.
The two millionaires are going
pushing toward a billionaire. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, sure. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go at it.
Hey.
Jamie Foxx is a hack when it comes to fucking this music shit.
But he's been doing it for a while. Like, he didn't just start doing the music
He's
after the Ray
He's got,
Charles
what, 2
movie.
hits now, right?
Yeah, I mean, 2 mainstream.
All right, you want to hear some Cher?
Oh, this song's horrendous.
Are we going? Go with Travis. So we got a nice version of it. Listen to Botox tongue. I like Anthony's version better.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is the gayest song ever made.
This is a very gay song.
If you're listening to this for pleasure.
You want to play gayest song ever?
You're talking anal nitrate poppers and fucking just no lubrication
here's the
asshole
auto-tune
sex.
part. There's the auto-tune.
There it is. And what year was this?
I don't know. This is at least 10 years old.
Shit, yo.
Absolutely. 97, maybe?
I would guess
She's
10
a pioneer,
years.
that woman.
Yeah.
But T-Pain popularized auto-tune.
Did he?
Everyone knew it from this song. Come on, stop it.
Nobody listening to T-Pain was listening to this song.
If you say
This was a massive hit for Cher.
This is 1998. Everyone commented on like, what is that thing, that voice thing?
Yeah, but it took 10 years for somebody to popularize it the way T-Pain has done.
So how did he popularize it?
He's the one who brought it into R&B and hip-hop.
Like what
So
song
you're
did he
saying
make?
that a black man ripped off something musical from a white woman?
I didn't say
Well,
he
it's about
ripped
fucking
it off.
time the black guy
I
gets the
know.
white guy back.
Jesus Christ, the times they are
Holy
changing.
shit, did we rip off the black man in music? That's true. I think we can all acknowledge that at least.
Damn.
No, black people stole blues from white people.
Exactly. Yes. They wouldn't have had the blues if it wasn't for us.
Now that's true. We were their muse.
Some lemonade. That's what I'm making.
We whipped the blues right into them.
Mint julep.
See, something good came out of that hole. Okay.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Zoiks. On this, the first day of Black History Month.
That's right.
And Slash doing the November Rain thing was cool.
What was cool about it?
Yeah, why was it cool?
Because he hasn't done it in a while.
The big hat.
Yeah, it was so original. He came out with his hat. No. Sorry there.
See, look at Gaga did Poker Face. She's dancing around, then all of a sudden she falls into a factory, and out comes Gaga and Elton John. It's great. It's good stuff.
Oh, my God.
That was the way they opened.
There's Michael Jackson's kid. Boy, look at him.
It's not
the spitting image of anyone but Michael.
It's John Edwards' kids.
Just blankly staring, too, by the way. Not an emotion in that kid's face.
No.
What else did you like about the Grammys, Sam?
Well, I thought Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year was
She's a hot piece of
nice
ass, though,
moment.
huh? It's too bad now she's got to go into her drug phase.
Yeah,
No,
she's pretty much done now with the wholesome image.
Cutesy. I'm singing my hit song on my bed in my room type thing. Now she's got to go drugs like the rest of them.
Not necessarily because
she's going to be the only one that doesn't do the drugs.
She's a country star before she's a pop
She's
star.
crossover. She's a crossover star.
But she's still not doing pure pop songs. She's still doing the country songs.
Doesn't matter.
No,
a lot of girls got in trouble. Some young country stars got in a little bit of trouble with the drugs.
When does she shave her head? When does Taylor Swift shave her head and start taking an umbrella and attacking people?
I think Taylor Swift has a good head on her shoulders.
Oh, please. They said that about Britney. They said that about all of them.
Well,
yeah, that would be nice.
Christina Aguilera is happily married with
but
child.
she went through a dirty stage. Let's not forget.
Yes, she did.
She got really down and dirty for a while. That Taylor Swift is doomed.
Oh, my God.
Doomed, I say. Holy shit, whose ass was that?
Oh, God, that's Christina Aguilera.
Oh, my God.
And Danny, the genius Danny is, just puts in Christina Aguilera's ass.
Yeah.
And we get a picture of her apparently in a pool pulling her thong down.
How bad would it suck that they didn't realize until after the shoot that she didn't have her ass cleaned properly?
Who gives a shit? I would bottle that water and sell it. I would bottle that pool water and sell it.
Man, she's got a nice ass. Huh?
Look how wet it is a little bit, so it's slick, so when you hit it, it would really smack. Leave a handprint.
A nice tight one, too. She'd really yelp while you put it in her butt.
Oh, would she ever?
Like a small dog that you kick. That's what I like. When I'm fucking a girl in the ass, I want her to sound like a Shar-Pei who's got his foot caught in the door.
Let's say hi to Mike in Ronkonkoma. Mike.
Ronkonkoma.
Oh, and hey, what up?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello.
Hey, I'm flipping through the channels last night, E-Network. Jamie Foxx gets home at Seacrest. He's got all of a sudden these young girls start coming up, and this little fat waterhead comes up. He's got a waterhead.
I think that's his sister, first of all, and we already kind of commented on that. But, I mean, Jamie Foxx makes it way too easy for comedians and shock jocks. He has a song called Blame It on the Alcohol, and he brings out, I think, his sister that might have had a bit of a problem.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know there might be a bit of a problem.
You didn't notice that?
I couldn't see her.
I couldn't see shit.
So that whole time when I was trying to set you guys up for the big...
I had no clue.
Dude, she was shot from 50 yards away.
Yeah.
Made sense to me.
And she's just like, me, she couldn't speak.
Let's see a
How about
picture of
this?
Danny.
On the red carpet, Ryan Seacrest is doing the right thing, and he's talking to Jamie Foxx. I think his 16-year-old daughter was on the red carpet with Jamie Foxx, then went to this thing.
The sister.
And she started talking, and Ryan Seacrest realized that she might have an issue, and quickly took the mic away from her.
Right. Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest is a pro.
She looks kind of normal.
Out, man.
All right.
Punch it out later.
I mean, no, she
looks like anybody you'd see on the street.
There's something going on.
Yeah?
And, to bring her out as you're singing, Blame It on the Alcohol.
She does reportedly have certain learning disabilities or difficulties.
Right. Well, then who are we to goof on that?
That's right.
It's wrong, especially this month.
Exactly.
That's right.
We'll wait till March 1st. No holds barred.
And Jay-Z won. So that's always a good night for me.
Did he?
For what?
Where did he win?
What song?
Him, Rihanna and Kanye West won.
For what? Was it at least an original song, or
right.
were they remixing someone else's stuff?
It was an original song. All the songs he did are original.
Yeah, what was sampled in that song of his?
I don't believe anything was sampled in the song he did with Kanye West and Rihanna. It was a great song, and it deserved to win.
Are you a Fergie fan?
I am a huge Fergie fan.
You see how Fergie's pretty fucking hot.
Yes, she is.
Give that Fergie.
She's pretty fucking hot.
And her solo album is good.
Is this?
Yes, it is.
I'll never know.
Did you hear that what's-her-name really blasted her band, Mary J. Blige, in front of...
Yeah.
They said it was Hollywood royalty. Like, she fucking was doing some rehearsal at some party.
Yeah.
And her band wasn't doing well, and she just really blasted them and humiliated them.
She thinks she has Paul Anka.
No surprise. She seems like she has a bit of a dude.
I think she said, can we get the music right for Mary J. Blige? Are we still in rehearsal?
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Talking about herself in third person,
That's right.
too.
She's Mary. She's a queen.
Wow.
Didn't you do Bridge Over Troubled Water? I think I was listening to that as I was falling asleep. With one of those blind guys that have a really good voice. They're all the same to me.
Shit.
There's a few of them. Huh?
What's his name? Bocelli or something?
Was it Placido Domingo?
I think he can see.
I don't know. There's a few of them that are blind but have like fucking voices like songbirds. You want to hear Bridge Over Troubled Water?
I'll hear a little of that to see if she would.
We could wrap up our Grammy talk with this.
I don't like the idea
that
your idea of saying a great singer has a voice like a songbird.
A songbird.
That would suck. You're singing a song.
That's what they always say. A voice of a songbird. Birds suck at singing.
They're terrible.
They're horrendous.
They're good at shitting on your new winter coat.
I got the horned fucking thing.
The what?
That bird. That fucking...
Oh, God, that thing is annoying.
That fucking...
I'd rather listen to that than half of what the fuck was on the Grammys. What happened, like... I don't know. I understand, BET's got their awards and shit like that, and MTV kind of got into the whole rap, a lot of rap artists when their awards started going with, like, when they had Yo MTV Raps on years ago and stuff. The Grammys seem to have been the benchmark of the white performer, but now it is completely black now, right?
No, they had Green Day perform. Kings of Leon were there. I think they won something.
All right, so Green Day.
But what?
How about some fucking, like, rock bands? And I'm not talking emo fucking little
Kings of Leon
ass douchebag.
Bon Jovi performed.
There's what rock
Bon Jovi?
All right, he's a fucking, like, legend now. He's a legend.
You had Bon Jovi, Green Day, and Kings of Leon.
All right, great.
Who else is there?
That was it.
And then everything
Rock
else
is dead, basically.
Techno shit.
Rock is dead.
With, like, the likes of Lady Gaga and fucking that bullshit. You got techno crap. And they have to dress like they're from fucking Venus in order to even get on the goddamn show.
She's a performance artist, but her music speaks for herself.
Shut it. And then everything else is 18,000 black guys on the stage going, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And the stage's got to be filled with black guys.
This is what people are listening to, right? Nobody's listening to rock music anymore. Daughtry?
I'm not saying
he's
people
good.
should listen to rock music.
Every song sounds the same with Daughtry. I'm so sick of Daughtry.
I agree with Sam.
They should dig a little deeper and try to find some fucking new talent out there. Don't go with it. Green Day? How long has fucking Green Day been around?
American Idiot is going to Broadway.
Is it?
Yes. They performed with the Broadway cast.
Christ on a pony, you're kidding me.
That's your white people music.
There's your punks. Wow, they're punks.
And they still
Look out.
And they still try to, like, force Green Day down our throats like they're a punk band.
Like they're a punk band?
They're now doing a Broadway musical. They're the farthest from punk. They were barely punk.
God.
They were punk for 2 minutes.
But they've been mainstream
They're
since...
so mainstream.
The Jets are gonna have their way tonight. Right.
But they've been mainstream since 1996. They can't pretend they're punks. They got Broadway now.
And his nose has been clogged since 1996.
I think they're doing an original Broadway show, though, not
they're not doing
West Side Story.
They're not doing
How about
West Side
this?
Story?
I don't think so.
How about this?
Hair long as I can grow in my hair. No,
not hair.
Doing hair
no.
either?
How about this?
So.
Green Day musical without Green Day.
I think that's what's happening.
They're casting other guys to play the Green Day
guys
parts.
to play Green Day.
Oh, that's gonna work.
They gotta have Broadway voices to sing it.
That's gonna work. That's gonna be a disaster.
I will check it out.
How is that gonna ever work?
Broadway.
You can see Green Day on Broadway, but not Green Day.
It's not Green Day.
They're gonna recast Green Day
because American Idiot was a concept album, so you're telling the story.
What was the concept?
I don't know. I didn't get the album.
Where are they from?
Green Day?
They're from I forget.
Are they from America?
We used to interview them all the time, and then they got too big and then blew us off. Another band that blew us off after they got famous.
They're pretty big.
They used
now.
to come in all the time.
They got things to do. They're world famous.
They did a good version of Working Class Hero. A good cover of Leno.
Actually, that's pretty good.
I'm just...
You don't get the Green Day yet?
No, I got the Green Day.
This is your great white hope.
It's just like these guys are... All right, you know what, though? I'm not going to bash them because they have longevity.
Yeah.
From a band that, came out during a certain time, had a certain sound.
Yeah.
That was that time. And for some reason, they're still selling fucking albums.
Absolutely.
So who am I? to say they suck. So fuck that. But
I'm not saying they suck, but you can't push them as a punk band.
No, stop.
Or alternative rock.
No.
There's nothing alternative about them. They're mainstream.
They're pop now.
It's fine though.
Alternative rock is the stupidest term ever.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
it's
now
so ridiculously
alternative
stupid.
to what?
So that's our white people.
And what, Nickelback? There's no good white bands.
I want to defend Daughtry.
I almost threw up.
Oh, why?
Play a Daughtry song. I don't know. I've heard him, and I remember not thinking he was very good.
This is all I want to say about Daughtry. He has an amazing voice.
But
he's gone with this mainstream pop stuff when he should be doing a little edgier fucking rock.
He's shaking his money maker.
But the problem is
money.
But the problem is he's smart enough to know that if you're like an edgy rock band, you don't make as much as being kind of in the pop genre.
Right.
And that's frustrating me because I think the guy has an amazing voice. You had to play the faggot song, didn't you?
Yeah, he got you.
It's E-Rock.
This is the montage scene from fucking 90210.
Monty.
He hasn't done anything good since he covered Johnny Cash on American Idol.
He does have a good voice.
He's sounding less like this lead singer from Live, which was,
Oh, yeah.
he was really,
Right.
Now he's got his own fucking thing going on. Hey, Anthony, a plane just landed on the New Jersey Turnpike.
I see that.
You think that's going to cause some delays today?
That could tie up traffic for a little while when a plane lands on the Jersey Turnpike.
This is what I don't understand. It's a little, prop plane? It looks like a two-seater.
Yeah, a little Cessna.
It just made an emergency landing on the New Jersey Turnpike. Excuse me. This is breaking news. Now, this is what I don't understand, Ant. All right, the plane has landed. Everyone's safe. Get the fucking plane off the road. That plane will sit on that highway now all day.
Yeah, they got to do an investigation. The FAA's got to show up.
Get the fucking plane off the highway.
And planes take up a lot of room with their stupid wings, don't they? Like, you can land in one lane, but you're taking up all the lanes with your wings.
I think that might cause a problem.
Good landing. Yeah. That thing didn't have a scratch on it.
No.
But yeah, traffic, rush hour. Plane is in the road. I think even the other way might be a little rubbernecking.
They got to see how much the toll's going to cost.
For a plane. Oh, shit. That's hysterical.
Let's get to Paul in Texas. Paul.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Paul.
Hi.
Talking about some good old white people music. Obviously, it's towards the end of the show, so you guys missed it, but Jeff Beck was on doing a tribute to Les Paul.
Jeff
Well, nobody listens to Jeff Beck anymore.
Dude,
Jeff Beck, what year is this?
That's what I'm saying.
I've been in rock and roll music. I had to play it on the radio for a number of years. Jeff Beck, never got into Jeff Beck.
No.
And look where they put him at the end of the show.
Of course.
What, while the credits were rolling?
Yeah, well, even if you don't like his
Give
stuff,
me Jeff Beck from the Grammys.
It was Les Paul. It was Les Paul. You got to love
All right,
that.
Paul, you know what? I hate Jeff Beck, but I'm going to have an open mind. And we're going to... Can we get this performance, Danny, Jeff Beck doing the Les Paul tribute, possibly?
Was there anything that you liked at the Grammys? We've heard a lot of didn't likes.
Anything I liked.
Let's not be negative Nancy's here.
Anything I liked. Good point.
Was Avril there?
No, I mean, she hasn't had a...
I know, but she could be there.
She's yesterday's news already.
No, she's not yesterday's news. Avril Lavigne has staying power, and she can come out with another album and get a single out.
You know
She's
what
had
I love?
3 albums.
You know what? I love her Proactive acne commercials.
Yeah, I've seen
They
those.
are fan-fucking-tastic.
She really got that acne
She
on.
looks so good. I love how they had to zoom in with the Hubble telescope to find a zit on that girl.
There's one zit on her
years ago.
chin.
And she's like, and now my skin is perfect. There is something about that girl. I can't get her out of my head. She is like my newest, bestest. I'm going to stalk her.
She's your type,
woman.
I've been an Avril Lavigne fan since day one.
She's got them fangs, them fucked up fangy teeth, and the dark eye makeup.
She's your type. It's
She'll
obvious.
spray paint her hair green. She don't care.
And she's dumb, too. You could trick her into doing
Dumb as
stuff.
dirt. You can trick her into marrying you.
Yeah.
Some guy pulled that shenanigan on her.
They're divorced, though.
I know.
She married
I got
guy
a
from
chance
Sum
now.
41. She'll
Who
marry
the
anyone.
fuck?
Derek Whibley.
How about you marry Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show? Okay.
You know what we should do?
Bye.
Go find, for after the break,
Okay.
everybody that won a Grammy 5 years ago. I want to see.
Okay.
I bet you it'll be a bunch of people where you go, oh, that's right. Remember that person? Oh, and it's only 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Here's the Jeff Beck thing, Ed. Let's have an open mind.
Yeah, I'll open it with a fucking gun. I don't want to hear this.
Jeff Beck, Les Paul tribute.
That's good.
And remember to buy war bonds to get rid of the Nazi menace and those jabs. The Grammys. Good thing they're not completely invaded by the Negroes. Have a Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike sponsoring the Grammy Awards.
What is this dribble?
This is the Les Paul tribute by Jeff Beck.
Next, the Andrews sisters. If that colored man touches her, beat him. That's how we do it back here in the 40s.
That's Jeff Beck? Yep. Why is he dyeing his hair?
He's got the soy sauce hair dye, Jimmy. Soy sauce.
He's as a great guitarist, but he's a fucking bore.
Who cares about this?
Never got
Exactly.
Jeff Beck. There are people that love Jeff
This
Beck.
jazzy, crappy shit.
You know what?
This is what if white people would make some good Lady Gaga is white.
Well, that's the point Ant's making. Like,
But she's got to dress like that, and then Pink's got to hang in the fucking
Hold
sky.
on. There's not a lot of white representation on the Grammys, and we get Jeff Beck? Really?
Yeah. Look at Beyonce. Look at the way she came out.
Look at it. Her ass is as big as Oprah's.
Are you kidding
her?
me? Beyonce is...
Did you see E did the 360 shot?
Yeah, I did.
And then when they got behind Beyonce, her ass it's fucking huge.
Big ass.
And not in the way Danny likes.
She was the best thing on that program last night.
Why? You're so black,
All right,
Sam.
Kanye.
Just admit it.
I'm just saying she
All
was.
right, Kanye.
Yeah, where was Kanye and the Eminem?
Yeah, what happened? Where's the Eminem?
Eminem was there performing.
The Eminem.
Yes, he did.
Look at that ass.
Whose is that?
Look at that.
That's Beyonce's ass with her bathing suit slipping.
Yeah, but
to
that's
the
a
side
few
to
years ago,
reveal
too,
some
man.
crackage.
That's a few years ago.
She looked amazing last night.
Why do you
Yeah,
like Beyonce? All the single
gorgeous.
ladies? All the single ladies?
And all her songs are awesome. Every song she's done has
Name
been
one
great.
awesome song by Beyonce.
Well, last night she did If I Were a Boy. That's a good song. It's a little slow. Okay. That's disrespectful.
This is a great performance from the Grammys.
That's not the Grammy Awards.
Who is this?
That's not a performer at the
Oh,
Grammys.
I thought it was
That's
a performer last
annoying
night.
bird.
Is that a band?
No,
or
it's a
singer.
species.
One thing, annoying bird.
No.
And now, the Grammy for Best New Album goes to Annoying Bird. And they come up, some emo shitheads.
And why didn't MGMT win Best New Artist?
They're not the best new artist.
They were fucking in there. They're better than Kings of Leon.
I don't know. Kings of Leon made quite a splash this year.
Well, they had a huge song.
Did the
but
Jonas
two
Brothers
huge
win
songs.
anything?
No, the Jonas Brothers have been a little
but I think you
on the
should,
sidelines.
You should be giving Grammys out to people that are doing something a little different.
What about that new little
Kings of
8-year-old
Leon.
boy that sings?
Justin Bieber?
Bieber. What about him?
Justin Bieber was there with Kesha.
Why was he there with Kesha?
Presenting something. He wasn't dating.
Holy shit.
But Kesha was very nervous on live TV. Not the confident, sassy girl that she looks like in
Maybe
the pictures.
she should have fucking downed a few more drinks.
Kesha's a dirty
That
whore,
lush.
man.
You think so?
What does she call her look? Garbage chic or something?
Yeah. I think she's a little gimmicky.
Of course she is.
You don't
Gimmicky.
think she's quite the person she's putting out
I
there?
think she wakes up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy every morning.
She's a hack.
All right.
But it's a good song.
We proved it
Yeah.
with Stalker Patty singing TikTok after she heard the song, twice, 3 times?
She wouldn't shut up at the bar.
Oh, really?
Was she babbling?
I've got to get a recording of that. It was so, I'm fucking sitting behind the music with Patty while I'm sitting listening to that babbling. Shut up! I need a drink.
I always hate when we make her kind of a star for like a few
know,
weeks.
we're idiots.
We
Gets
are
confident.
TikTok. All right, we'll play
TikTok.
We'll finish up our Grammy talk for now with TikTok by Stalker Patty.
So you like nothing about the show.
It was very predictable, Sam.
Now, Elton John, Stevie Nicks, I didn't predict these things.
Honestly, the Elton John...
Beyonce's performance, she did. Beyonce
hold on.
doing Alanis Morissette.
I know. Where was Alanis Morissette? She should have came out.
Forget Alanis Morissette.
Why is Beyonce ripping off Alanis Morissette?
Alanis Morissette cannot stand next to Beyonce and sing and expect people to take her seriously.
I don't know about that. Alanis
No
Morissette
way.
has a much better voice than fucking Beyonce.
You're out of your mind on that statement.
For real. For real.
You're crazy
yo.
on that statement.
For real, yo. And to answer your question, the Elton John thing was cool. If MGMT performed, I would have been out of my mind. It's just very safe, basic shit you're seeing, really.
We're targeting a mainstream audience.
I understand that.
Mainstream? For what country? For the love of Christ on a pony.
For Rwanda.
You know, I keep hearing about how certain people are not going to be the majority anymore, but while we still are, can we have some shows?
This is what kids are listening to.
What? You didn't watch the Grammys. It wasn't as black as usual.
What?
It really wasn't.
Really?
It wasn't as black as usual.
Kings of Leon, Green Day.
No, you're getting confused. It's the Grammys, my friend.
I got to admit, I think past Grammys were a lot blacker than this one.
Other award shows I could see. But the Grammys have predominantly been, that whole white Americana thing.
Sure.
I mean, obviously,
they play it safe.
They're seeping in, though, Ant. They're
I want to
seeping
see.
in.
I like Opie's thing. I want to see who was some Grammy winners from
5 years
ago, and see what they're doing now.
I say we go back 80 years. Guy who doesn't get the bit.
This is from 2005. Album of the Year, Genius, Loves Company, Ray Charles, and various artists. What's Ray Charles doing now, Sam?
Well, Ray Charles
The Eternal Note.
Record of the Year. Oh, we picked the wrong year. Here we go again by Ray Charles.
That's Ray Charles right now. Georgia! His jaw hitting his chest. He can't stop the note.
John Mayer's still doing songs.
Nora Jones is in there. She hasn't done anything.
She's out of the pop world for sure.
Loretta Lynn. Country rap album. Kanye West.
See,
Kanye
look at
West
the white
is still
people.
in there.
Look at the white people. John Mayer, U2, Loretta Lynn.
But that was rock and country. I'm sure white people won rock and country this year.
We picked a bad year because it was a Ray Charles year.
He died, right?
Yeah, we got to pick a better year. All right,
Go back 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, because he's died. That's probably the year he died.
Go back 6 years.
6 years?
Bunch of tributes.
Yeah.
Number one, Hit the Road, Jack.
Let's see. Grammy winners, 2004.
All right, 2004
That'll be it.
Isn't too
That's
long
not bad.
ago, right?
Yeah, we're right there. We can read that kind of. Let's see. Alternative, White Stripes, right? White Stripes.
Oh, Record of the Year, Coldplay.
Song of the Year, Richard Marx and Luther Vandross. Dance with My Father.
Mackenzie Phillips should sing that.
Outkast was Album of the Year that year.
Nothing.
I like it.
Right, yeah. Again, White Stripes was there. Okay, remember how fucking cool that was?
The White Stripes are one of the greatest bands of all time.
Well, let's see. Blues.
You're a White Stripes fan?
I love the White
God
Stripes.
bless you, Sam.
They have one good song.
No. Every single song they've ever done
They
is
got a
good.
shitload of stuff.
You like them, Danny?
Classical.
Every song they've done is good.
The Seven Nation Army, is that what it's called? That's one song I like. The rest of it is...
Weird Al Yankovic won Best Comedy Album.
Oh, he's funny.
Holy fuck. You sure you went back 6 years or 26 fucking years?
What song was big by Weird Al Yankovic in 2004?
That was White and Nerdy, I think. Kind of like Riding Dirty.
He's doing, it's
I don't
Poodle
know.
Hat.
I don't know.
Holy shit, is that fucking unfunny dreck. Oh my god.
You don't like Weird Al?
How fucking can you?
Oh, he does a song called eBay.
You know he's a big Weird Al
It's gotta
fan?
be funny.
Mr. E-Rock, so don't offend E-Rock.
No,
if he is, I swear he's gotta leave
if
right
that
now.
piece of shit is an Al Yankovic fan, I want him out of this fucking building.
I just meant not to offend him. I didn't
E-Rock. E-Rock's on the board?
Where's stupid?
Right here. What do you like about Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Weird Al Yankovic.
You are a fucking cunt in a hat.
Sorry, we all can't be Aussie fans.
Oh! I accept your apology.
What happened?
E-Rock,
Wow.
name one Weird Al Yankovic song that you really can't...
equating Weird Al with Ozzy.
Name one.
This is idea of heavy. Oof.
Name a couple of the songs you like.
He did the Nirvana one.
Smells Like Nirvana.
Smells Like Nirvana.
the name of the song.
Which one did you laugh at? I lost on Jeopardy.
Oh, that was a good one.
Or Eat It.
That was a little before my time.
Did you like?
Was it?
How about it? It's all about the Pentiums. Was that a favorite of yours?
Wow.
Oh, that was on.
It's all about the Pentiums and not the Benjamins.
One of the biggest songs Weird Al had was Amish Paradise.
Like
Like Gangsta's
one?
Paradise.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Name another one you like, E-Rock.
By the way, as you're answering this, you should be chained upside down by your feet, and your throat should be open like a lamb.
Which means you're running out of time.
Yeah, you should be bleeding out as you answer this question.
Name your Weird Al songs before you die. Come on.
I'm thinking.
Comedy album of the year.
See, exactly. This is
What's there to think about?
D-Rock, do you like I'm fat?
Oh, I get it. No.
He's just saying that because he knows you'll make fun of him.
Can we see, who did Al Yankovic beat that year for comedy album? Can we see who the nominees were for 2004?
And the nominees are Adolf Hitler, the speech from Nuremberg. It's like, who the fuck?
He was nominated this year, too.
Yeah. Who else was nominated?
Stephen Colbert.
Colbert did some kind of Christmas album or something?
Wait, does it have to be a
Patton
musical
Oswalt.
comedy?
No.
Oh, no.
It was comedy and variety.
Wow.
But Patton Oswalt's got a nice little mention on the Grammys. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, should we move on?
I just want to see who Al Yankovic beat in 2004.
Well, stupid E-Rock likes Weird Al, and he can't even come up with any songs.
No.
He's not stupid.
E-Rock, name another Weird Al song.
Come on. Top of your head.
He did, all right, I'm losing it.
What about Yabba Dabba Doo now? Give it away?
Was that
the Red Hot Chili Peppers give it away, but it was Yabba Dabba Doo now.
Look, I don't even need to hear it. No, I've gotten douche chills so
Play
bad.
Yabba Dabba
I want to hear it, E-Rock.
Play Yabba Dabba
Put on your laughing hat and play
I
it.
was trying to think of a good Weird Al Yankovic song.
Play it.
I'm looking for it. Hang on.
Why wouldn't you have Weird Al right in front of you as we talk about
I do, but I
How
can't
about
find
another
that
one rides the bus?
Or Gump to the Presidents of the United States lump about Forrest Gump.
Oh, wow. You know what's great about his songs? They're ageless. They don't date.
Listen to the words.
Waiting for the bus with his hands in his pocket. He just kept saying life is like a box of chocolates. He's gum, what's in his head?
Because he's morning Zeus
He's
shit.
stupid.
He's gum, is he inbred?
I never liked this guy.
Oh, my
How can you?
Not even as a goof, I never liked him.
John Valby should have won an album award.
Fucking yeah.
Hey, Lottie, I don't think they get it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grammys present John Valby. Fuck you.
He does his cover of fucking the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is hilarious. A big one they call Itchy Woomy. It's hilarious.
Did he do Addicted to Spuds?
Oh, here's...
Wait till you hear the words of the...
Goosebumps. I have them.
He's a multi-millionaire.
Listen to the verse.
Little Pebbles is his #1 fan. He's the strongest toddler in the whole land. Tear your arm off if he's shaking your hand. Got a car, gonna push it with my feet now. Take my family out to eat now. Jumbo whips at the driving now.
It's funny. Yeah.
Wanna chill with a single two tight.
Anthony's hiding his face. Why?
There's nothing to look at, though.
This is terrible.
The song.
Do now. Do now.
E-Rock's in a laughing his ass off.
The Flintstones, yeah.
E-Rock is laughing. God, you love Weird Al.
Let's go to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff? Jeff?
Yeah, right here.
Hold on, you got more on the breaking news. Like a small plane just landed on the New Jersey Turnpike. It's kind of a main highway to get people in and out of New York City, so that's going to be a major problem today on the roads. What do you got on that, Jeff?
I'm listening to the scanner. They're arguing. The state police are arguing with each other if it's a crash or not, and now they're arguing about what kind of flatbed truck to bring on board and tow it over to the maintenance yard by exit 2. It's actually hilarious hearing them arguing on the scanner.
They're just arguing? They don't know if it's a crash or not, so they got to figure that out first.
Oh, exit 2, that's way down. That's more toward Philly, I guess, right?
Yeah, down by and they said it's on the southbound side.
Okay, so that's not as bad.
All I kept thinking is Anthony there when they're arguing back and forth on what to do with the thing.
Unbelievable. Why? If it's a crash, I guess it's a different procedure. They got to leave the plane there?
Yeah, I guess the FAA's got to come and check it out if it's a crash.
Shit. So if it's just a landing, then they could get that damn thing off the highway
I don't think they have
faster?
to leave it there, on the road. I think the FAA could check it out later. But
It wasn't a crash, by the way. It looks like it was
the protocol.
It looks like a safe landing. Oh, now they're moving it.
They're moving it. Look at it.
And they figured out the flatbed truck because now they're moving it about 5 miles an hour on the New Jersey Turnpike.
They're just towing it.
Oh my
what are they supposed to do? If they do 50, it takes off. You really got to tow a plane slow.
And no one hurt after plane makes an emergency landing, and they're slowly, if you're in that traffic, they're slowly moving this plane about 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, that thing doesn't even look bent up or nothing.
It takes up the entire width of the Turnpike.
Yeah.
So, all right, thank you, sir.
Out here.
All right, out.
Oh, look at him.
Should we finally take our...
Yeah, Danny's getting all upset because we have so many reads.
Doesn't matter, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll blast through them. Or I say, I want my salad.
I'll make sure somebody hears that.
Thank you.
What's wrong with Ken in New Hampshire? Ken.
Yeah, you forgot his most famous song, Hey Masturbator. Oh, wait, that was Anthony.
Yes, that is true.
Love it.
We'll go to break with this.
That was also 1995. Oh, Christ. This is horrible. Jimmy's laughing very hard at me.
A lot of radio stations fucking played this thing. It was almost a hit in the Weird Al world.
The song was a big hit, and I decided to parody it. That's what I used to do. I've moved on, though.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not Weird Al. Sing? I'm jerking off.
I do it in my car while I'm driving down the street. One hand on the wheel and the other on my knee. I can't get out the car because I'm sticking to the seat.
It came all over myself.
It's not bad.
All right, look.
We're going to break. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Avatar made another $30 million over the weekend.
That's it?
I think it's over $2 billion made now, right? Breaks $2 billion. Holy S.
That fucking James Cameron must just laugh his ass off. Like, I can't believe I did it again. I cannot believe I did it again.
And I curse Anthony this morning.
What I do?
I took your recommendation and I saw Star Trek finally. Because I'm not a big Trekkie guy.
Yes.
Even when J.J. Abrams was in here selling the movie, I was thinking to myself, wow, I got to see that movie. And it took a while. Finally saw it over the weekend. God damn it, is that a good movie?
Yeah, that's pretty.
And you don't have to
good.
know fucking Star Trek, just like you said.
No, you don't. It's one of those, if you know Star Trek, it's cool. If you don't,
I watched enough of Star Trek growing up that some of the things they did, I kind of got.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there was other stuff that was too deep for me because I'm not a big Trekkie guy.
Yeah, there were some little inside jokes that if you're into Star Trek, that over the years they kind of had goofed on and made fun of that they threw in the movie, like him fucking the green broad.
Yeah,
was like, that's obviously a joke.
Yeah,
he never actually fucked the green broad,
which was a pretty funny scene.
Yeah.
I curse you because the Leonard Nimoy.
This guy likes him talking over his dentures.
When he appears in this,
you are James Secret.
But when he appears in this movie for the first time, it's a pretty big moment.
Yeah,
and it's blown because of your damn impression of what the scene is.
Him yapping over those giant dentures that are just about ready to fall out of his mouth at any given moment.
But, God, the movie was good.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Oh, you saw it too, Jimmy?
I loved it. I saw a fucked up version.
That was a fucked up fucking bootleg.
I haven't seen the good version, like the real movie.
The good version. It's totally fucking, it's so much better than that shitty bootleg.
And I also curse Avatar because now every movie I see, I'm like, why can't this be in 3D?
It's like, that would have been
That's
good
what
on
fucking
3D,
Avatar
3D.
did to all of us.
3D.
Because with all those explosions and flying through space and even the bridge, the U.S. Enterprise to begin with.
Yep.
All that
Pretty
in 3D
cool.
would have looked really cool.
Yeah, I know. They're going to make a franchise out of that one. You can tell.
So obvious.
They got a fuckload of money, so they'll probably do it in 3D. I wouldn't dude it.
Are they already filming the next one?
I think they're writing already. They have another story.
They should already be filming this. Keep our interest. Pop these movies out one a year. Let's go.
Someone's a little busy with Lost.
Who?
Well,
JJ.
Yeah, JJ's a little busy.
Is he still involved with that?
I don't know. He's got to cash the checks, for the love of God.
Well, the problem is, too, if you get I don't know the actor that plays Kirk, but I'm sure he's got other projects, so you got to wait for him to be freed up, and you got to wait for the whole cast to be freed up.
I think that other guy's in Heroes. Is he still in Heroes?
I don't know.
I don't watch that show.
But, damn.
Guy.
The chase scene in the beginning of Star Trek when Kirk is a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
With the car. With the police officer that's off the ground on his motorcycle or whatever.
That was pretty good.
That was a cool scene, man.
Little rebel Kirk.
Oh, well. They made that obvious. Let's go to Matt in North Carolina. Matt.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
Just wanted to call, let you know how the taser training went.
Yeah, we were talking about tasering once again last week, and you said you had to go through the training, and you would call us back after you got a jolt of electricity.
Yeah. I'm just getting off work this morning, and look, I'm 6'1", 6'2", 240 pounds. I played college football, and it turned me into a sniveling fucking baby.
Did it?
And how long did they hit you?
Took the full 5-second ride with the probes and everything.
Oh.
And is 5 seconds a lot?
Fuck. A split
like
second would be enough.
Huh?
It felt like 10 minutes. It was awful.
With the barbs?
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Where? Right to the back?
Yeah. It was about I don't know, it was probably about 14-inch spread because he didn't shoot me from very far away.
What were you wearing?
Just a sleeveless T-shirt.
So did the barbs get into your skin?
Absolutely.
Fuck that.
Oh, shit. That's fantastic.
This is what I want to know, though. As soon as they stop tasering you, is that the proper tasing?
I would guess, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Does the feeling go away immediately?
The lock of your muscles goes away, but your joints still feel like they need to unlock.
But you feel all your muscles just lock up, like you said?
Yeah, it's awful. And Jimmy said he wanted to try to take a ride. He said he would try it, and I'd be more than willing to drive up from North Carolina to hit Jimmy with it.
Well, you don't like me, sir?
No, I love you, Jimmy. I love you, but
I'd be scared of it. Like, I would do it, but I know I would go like, blah,
blah, make some sound.
All I got out was a muffled fuck, and my face hit the mat.
Were the good old boys laughing at you and shit?
Oh, yeah, they were supposed to hold me up, but I about broke my nose on the mat, so.
Where did they shoot you? What part of your body? Your arm?
No, it was in my back. He shot me from I'd say about 7 or 8 feet away.
Were you shirtless?
He had a shirt on.
I just had a thin shirt on.
I don't think there's anyone in this organization of ours that would do that.
No.
I'm trying to think if any of us. No way would I do it.
E-Rock, would you do it?
We
could probably get E-Rock to do it, but obviously no one could do it.
E-Rock, would you do it for real?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Really? Because we could probably get this done.
We could probably do it with under police supervision and all that whole thing. Sign a waiver,
right?
Give up your firstborn, things like that.
What would management say?
All right, throw that idea away.
Well, but I mean, there's a rule that says you're not supposed to tase anyone under 90 pounds, and E-Rock is definitely over that.
Yeah, he'll make that.
Even on the moon.
and heart conditions, which he might have, but.
Oh yeah.
All right,
damn, man.
Well, why don't the boys down the hall run it upstairs?
Yeah, that would be fun to watch.
All right,
police.
I'm gonna punch out and go to bed.
All right, Matt. Thank you, man. Thanks for that.
All police supervised and everything. You know, like when they do those DWI things.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Where people come in, they drink on the job, and then they breathalyze you. We ought to have one of those shows.
They tase you for 5 seconds?
Sometimes.
No, I couldn't take a split second. I couldn't take stupid Robert Kelly's, Bobby Kelly's pen.
You didn't like that? That pen? The shocky pen?
No, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't like being electric shocked.
It's not fun, right?
They just have a game, like those stupid games in the old arcades. Where you'd hold on, like at Disneyland. You'd go into the arcade there and you'd have to hold on to the metal post and the gauge would go up and see how cool you are, and you're just kind of like, yeah.
Could you hold on for a while?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it was like, is this the tasing? I guess
Pressing the head of the floor. I'm hooking on his belt loop here, so it's not going to be actually touching his skin. Let's try 3 seconds.
He isn't even shooting him. He's putting the clips on.
Oh, that's how they do it.
So he doesn't get jabbed.
Let's see how that
And it's
works.
not touching the skin?
No.
It's on his shirt and shorts.
Doesn't have to touch the skin.
To be effective, it doesn't have to touch the skin?
Yeah.
We're trying to capture the big glutes and the hamstring here, tighten those up and see how they work out. And are you ready? Yeah. We always say taser. Started, okay? You want how many seconds? 3. 3, you sure? Yeah. Okay.
3 is a long time.
All right, 3 seconds. How you feel now? Wow. You can get up, right? Yeah. You're done.
Hit him again.
I hit him again.
How bad was it? You're counting down.
And they all have to do this?
Yeah.
Grab it. I just got punched in these 2 spots right here. Lift up the legs. You've got to burn.
Oh, they don't actually shoot you. Okay.
Those muscles.
This one goes right through the clothes.
I guess that's one type. Sometimes I guess some training they shoot you. Some they flip it on. Some they give you the old bam on the side.
That's why I'm wondering about this Matt guy that just called us, because the video we're seeing, the guy's completely on the ground, his face in the mat, his arms spread, and Matt's saying he stood and they were supposed to hold him, and he almost broke his nose as he hit the mat.
Yeah.
You would think they would control it a little better. Hey, Anthony, Black History Month.
Yes, it is Black History Month.
You asked and you received.
February.
And our Black History Month bit is back.
What bit? What do you mean a bit?
Oh,
tribute. Recognition This is now
our acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement, good. Every show acknowledges Black History Month in their own way, and usually they pay tribute to famous Black history, people in history, inventors, philosophers, of course, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and whatnot, Frederick Douglass, Miss Jane Pittman. Who them other...
I know, I was trying to do it too. Doesn't work though. Who are some of those other black people? They black pretty good. I don't know. Will Chamberlain, Jesse Owens, Manute Bol. Well, let's see who we're looking at today for Black History Month.
To celebrate Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show is paying tribute to those legendary African Americans without whom this country would not be the melting pot it is today. Today we honor Larry Blackmon, the lead singer from Cameo, the funk-influenced R&B group who penned the 1986 hit single Word Up.
Do your dance, quick, mama, come on, baby, tell me what's the word up.
Your catchy words will forever remain an inspiration to us all, Larry. Stay tuned for more icons of Black history on the Opie and Anthony Show.
I was listening to Tool over the weekend. Still fucking amazing. On lithium. I did a little lithium. And I got
the lithium.
And I got to tell you, Sirius XM, I think they changed one of their classic rock stations. Classic Rewind, I think. Maybe someone could get me some info. It was like, fuck. I don't have my thoughts together really on this one. But they changed up the music, so it's more classic rock from like the 80s on. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So music we kind of liked that no radio station is really playing because there's no place for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you got rock stations in the regular radio world that are either hardcore classic rock, so you got the Stones, the Doors, Zeppelin, all that, or you got
Those are oldies now.
Yeah, or current rock, so they don't have room to play. Like they had dumb Robert Plant doing In the Mood. You know what I mean? A song I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I want to hear that.
You give that a listen?
In the Mood?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm not going to jump up and down, but it was just a song I haven't heard in a while.
I have 8 tomatoes left. I'm not putting this down.
I love tomatoes. They're good for you, like cancer prevention and shit. Tomatoes are healthy.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, man.
I like the blueberries.
I never saw a tomato getting chemo, so I guess you're right.
It's funny. Yes, his tomatoes.
Anyway,
pretty good.
so Jay Leno was on Oprah. We couldn't get to this on Friday because we had a very busy show. We had to look at fucking Bobo's penis for an hour.
Absolutely.
And his vagina asshole.
And his vagina asshole.
His asshole looks like a dirty vagina. It's a slit.
Bobo, I think I think Bobo is taking some cock.
Yeah.
I think he's taking some cock.
Shit, he's beautiful.
I think he has. I think you're right.
You think he has it?
Yeah. It's awful. His whole story is just awful.
It's just horrendous. Fuck. But we spent way too much time on Bobo and never got to the Jay Leno on Oprah thing. And me and Jimmy were talking about this during the break. I just don't get it with this hate for Jay Leno. I really don't. And it's gotten so bad that I actually try to step outside this whole thing because, we have a connection to Jay a little bit. We were lucky enough to do the show once. Obviously, Jimmy's doing it on a regular basis. And Leno was just such a nice guy to us. I just don't see it, how it seems like the country is seeing it. And he sat down with Oprah, and I'm trying to figure out why people hate fucking Leno.
I can't, and I know I'm very, very biased, too, because of my connection with him. So, of course, I'm going to be very biased. But even stepping back, I understand why Letterman doesn't like him. And I understand why Conan doesn't like him.
Of course.
And now I understand why Rosie doesn't like him.
Why?
Because she felt slighted. I'm not saying I agree with her, but
how the fuck did she feel slighted?
That's
delusional.
Self-entitlement.
But again, she's crazy. But
it's self-entitlement, like Anthony's saying. She wanted Jay to step aside and give her one night a week.
That's ridiculous. Of course it is. But I understand why she's mad. When you want something and you don't get it, you react angrily.
Right.
So I know why she doesn't like him.
But I don't respect the fact that she's mad.
Me neither. Not at all. I think she's ridiculous and self-centered and delusional.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm with you.
But I mean, I comprehend why. And Dave, well, he was losing to him, and he feels like Jay was a guest on his show, and then he feels Jay screwed him out of the... So I understand certain people, why they don't like him, but I don't understand why Kimmel doesn't like him, unless there's obviously stuff I don't know, but I don't know why Kimmel has a thing for him. And the public, it's weird. It's like these nerds are like online, like, he's our guy. It's like, you don't give a shit about late night television.
Yeah.
Shut up. He represents something. He represents what they see as a changing of the guard was happening, and then they see it went back to the old guard because they don't know exactly what happened.
And all these people saying that Jay Leno should just step aside. Why?
Why the fuck should he?
Why the fuck should he is right? And if your company's, going to you and saying, hey, you can have your old job back, like Jay said on Oprah, who wouldn't take that offer?
Of course you would.
And Jay was number one. Like, I could see if Jay Leno was slipping, even if he was number two. I'm like, okay, maybe his better days are behind him. But the guy was forced to leave because of this weird deal NBC made. He was forced to leave when he was still number one. And maybe by a nice margin, by the way, too.
And how come the Conan fans, again, and I'm not talking about the ones who love Conan, but the ones who are just vehemently crucifying Jay, and the guys that have called in, I mean, you're always welcome to call in and express your opinion, but how come those guys aren't saying that it was fucked up, that Jay was number one and Conan was threatening to walk unless he got promised the Tonight Show in 2004?
Right.
And again, I understand why Conan would want it, but it's like they're just vilifying Jay for taking the show back. It's like, fuck these people. I've really had enough of these fucking faggots complaining, like all these fans go, he should just walk away.
Why should he just
fucking
walk
asshole
away?
Would you? The one guy called up and goes, he should do a show on cars. Go fuck yourself. You work all those years, you're a workaholic, and this isn't any job, and you're the best at what you do, and you should just step down? Go fuck yourself.
And the other thing I don't understand, people are just assuming that if Jay walked away, then NBC would have stayed with Conan O'Brien, but no. If Jay leaves, if Jay would have left, or if Jay leaves now, now it's kind of too late, obviously. But they weren't going to keep Conan. His ratings were down 50% or 49% officially. NBC was making the decision to go with another person for late night.
Personally, I think it was Comcast. People are forgetting that a new boss took over, and I think that what was happening was the new boss came in and said, this is not going to stay. Fix it. And I think that's what happened.
But people want to ignore that. If Jay did, quote, the right thing and walked away so Conan could continue with his dream. The fact is, NBC already made the decision. We're done with Conan already. 7 months, in my opinion, is ridiculously not enough time, obviously. Right. But with that said, they weren't going to stay with Conan, no matter what.
I just cannot believe when I hear people saying he should just step aside when the guy was still number one. It makes me want to smack people. And then they're like, quit licking Leno's hair. Why should the number one guy leave? I don't comprehend that. You fucking assholes out there who think that a guy should just walk away because you want your guy to be in there. Shut the fuck up.
Just walk away.
Holy shit.
Just
fucking
walk away.
Asshole. It's never happened where the number one guy has been yanked off. Never.
Well, I think Leno put it perfectly. I think and we have a lot of clips from the Oprah show. We won't do that to you, but we have one that I think is worth playing. I think this is the one where Jay explains it perfectly.
You know, they made this offer to me, and I said, "Do you think Conan will go for this?" And they said, "We'll ask him tomorrow." I said, "Okay, let me know what happens." And then next thing you know, I guess Conan had his article in the paper, and that was that.
Yeah, Conan said that he thought it would be destructive to the franchise, and that if you
Well,
took that
if you look
spot,
at where the ratings were,
yeah,
it was already destructive to the franchise. Yeah.
But he said that he did not want to take that the hour at 12:05.
Well, there was no
because
discussion on it. You know, the last discussion I had was it looks like he was going to go for it, and then he publicly said no, and by that time it had pretty much hit the fan, and everything was all over the place, and there wasn't a lot of talking going on.
Well, I guess I was wrong. That was not the clip.
Do you know the next morning, I was on the Leno show the next night. I did a panel thing.
Right.
And he came in the dressing room, and we were just talking about like what was going on, and he just
I
said...
thought you were going to go in tears.
Hugging each other, holding each other.
How awkward would that be if he grabbed you crying and was just like right in your ear, Jimmy, I don't know what to do.
And just blamed me for the failure.
Yes.
And he goes, we were talking, he goes, I think Conan made a mistake last night when he quit. Like he said he thought Conan made a mistake when he didn't agree to do... Like, maybe he thought that a strong 11:30 lead-in, which he would have, who knows?
Yeah.
But he did say that, so.
All right, I got the clip. Well, that clip was good anyway, but here's, I think here's the one I'm talking about where Jay explains it perfectly. Perfect.
I always felt I was doing the right thing. And you go, how can you do the right thing and just have it go so wrong? Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. I would say, maybe I'm doing something wrong. This many people are angry and upset over a television show. I mean, I had a show, my show got canceled. They weren't happy with the other guy's show. They said, we want you to go back. I said, okay. Who wouldn't take that job, though? Who wouldn't do that?
It's fucking amazing. I haven't seen...
That's a great question. Who wouldn't do that? For real. It's easy to, as you're looking in going, wow, he should step aside like Conan, have his dream. But really put yourself in that position with your job or whatever.
Yep.
You're going to do that? You're going to let some younger guy come in and take over your job, even though you're still great at your job? Really?
I don't see Letterman stepping aside.
That would do that.
I don't see Dave saying, you know what, Conan, I feel like you got screwed by a bad guy. Come take my position. I don't feel like anybody who has said, Jay should just walk away, has ever walked away.
You know what I got from that clip? Jay is a scumbag.
Terrible man.
That's what I got from that. Would you walk away? That is perfect too. Hey, asshole, glass house, rock throwing motherfuckers. Would you just walk away from that gig if your boss came to you and said, "Hey, we'd like you to come back and have your old job, your old pay, your old fucking all your old boys around you and everything," and you're gonna go, "No, under the principles in which I live my life, you could take your job." Yes. Please, I'll take it.
Of course.
Shut up.
And if he says no in that spot, that doesn't mean that they're going to stay with Conan. At that point, they would go and see who else is out there. There were rumors that they were interested in Seinfeld.
Yay.
And they asked him how he was, and he said he was heartbroken when they took the show. And he's like, yeah, I fibbed a little. I mean, that's just what Jay's way of saying he towed the company line. So anyone that doesn't agree, it's like, I don't want to talk about this all day, but I'm always up for hearing people who don't agree. It's like, I have not heard one of you present me with a reason why he should walk away.
And once again, the phones are lit. A few people are like, why are you talking about this again? Well, because it's still...
Because it was just on Oprah.
It's why is it because it's still a hot topic. By the way, what are the hot topics today?
Oh, my God. We didn't get our show prep from...
We'll ask that question. Maybe the listeners will have their hot topics for us.
Fantastic.
But, and then Jimmy Kimmel had a little clip. You want to listen to the Jimmy Kimmel clip?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Because they talked about how Jimmy Kimmel went on Leno to do the 10 to 10 and blindsided Jay, just making fun of the whole situation, which was great TV. It was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of jokes in there, and then Jay took it pretty good, took it actually really well.
He aired it, yeah.
And Oprah asked him about that whole thing, and then Kimmel had his response. Danny, we got that.
Sorry, hang on.
Jay Leno today sat down for a very serious talk with Oprah. There was no studio audience, just Jay and Oprah speaking Titan to Titan. And it's kind of funny because, you know, celebrities usually go on Oprah with these intense, serious interviews to get support from the public after they had sex with their father or married Bobby Brown or something. Jay Leno went on because they gave him the Tonight Show back. So please, keep him in your prayers. Oprah was pretty forthright with Jay. She told him that she thought a joke he made about David Letterman was, quote, beneath him, and acknowledged that 95% of her audience they polled was on Conan's side. And then Oprah asked Jay about me.
You've made a living making jokes about other people during their difficult times.
Right.
So you thought you were fair game? Even for Jimmy Kimmel, when Jimmy Kimmel was on?
Again, I had Jimmy Kimmel on my show, and yeah, I got sucker punched. You're known for pranks. What's the best prank you ever pulled?
I told a guy that 5 years from now, I'm going to give you my show. And then when the 5 years came, I gave it to him, and then I took it back almost instantly.
It's my show. I could have edited it, but I said, no, put it out there. I walked into it.
Did you know he was going that far?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Yeah, the jokes about the cars and you only had cars.
That's okay. I got sucker punched. But you know, when you get sucker punched, you just get right back up again. You don't whine and complain and go, oh, I'm going to take that out. He said something bad about me. That's all right.
Now, I don't know that I would characterize going on a comedy show and making jokes qualifies as a sucker punch, right? I mean, but as long as Jay's talking about it, you want to know what the real story is, what really happened? Yeah. But by the way, it'd be funnier if you said no. Nah, we're kind of sick of that. Make fun of the Goslings or something. Here's the story. A couple weeks ago, I did a show where I dressed up like Jay Leno and impersonated him, and Cleto dressed like his cackling band leader and impersonated him. And we had a lot of fun at their expense. We really did. So the next morning, Jay calls me. I was in a meeting. They said, Jay Leno was on the phone. And I said, oh, great. This will be comfortable. But he got on the phone and said, oh, I thought it was funny. Now, I'm almost positive that was a lie, but I take his word for it because why not? So then about an hour later, the Jay Leno show calls, and they asked me to do the 10 at 10, which is where Jay interviews somebody via satellite and asks 10 questions. So I said yes, assuming that we're going to talk about what's going on in late night. Now, before they do these 10 to 10 interviews, our producer calls to go over all the questions. And then you're supposed to go on the show and act like you're surprised by the questions as they come. So I get on the phone with the producer, and he goes through about 30 questions. Almost none of them have anything to do with what's going on in late night. The questions are like, what's your junk food weakness? And, you know, I say to the guy, you know, a little bit of this is fine, but I really think we have to talk about what's going on with Jay and Conan, because that's what people want to hear about, not about my junk food weakness. I weigh more than 200 pounds. All junk foods are my weakness. So he says, yeah, I know, and we'll talk about it, but there's been a lot of talk about this stuff, and we don't want to beat it to death. But what he did not understand is, I did want to beat it to death. I like beating things to death. And so I did. Because if I go on that show and answer 10 questions about junk food, I'm the one that looks like a jerk. Oh, hey, Jay. Oh, I love Raisinets. I really... Now, if I made any mistake, it was thinking Jay would have anything to say other than what was written on the cue cards during the interview. I figured I'd start in, he'd get into it, we'd mix it up. You know, at one time, he was a comedian. So, but he didn't do that. He stood there, and he just kind of read through the questions like a robot, and then he goes on Oprah and rats me out to Oprah. That's a sucker punch right there. You don't go to Oprah and say that. It's like, he's a tattletale. Oprah and I had a wonderful relationship, and now it's ruined because of Jay. And by the way, watch out, Oprah. Don't think he won't take your show next.
I always thought television was different than radio. It's all the same stupid business.
My only issue is I understand why Kimmel wanted to talk about it, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like when you say I promised the guy my show in 2004 and then took it back 5 years later. I mean, it's a funny line when he did the 10 at 10.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you know better.
Yeah, you know he didn't take the show back.
You know what happened. So it's like, not that you can't be funny like that, but it's like, come on, man, you know what happened, so don't get really angry about it.
So, and fast forward, Kimmel's an older guy now, and, the same offer is put to Kimmel. He's going to step aside, really? These guys are really going to step aside?
Don't take the
That's the
Tonight
question.
Show.
Really? They're going to step aside? No, they're not. None of these guys are going to step aside if it was about them. Let's go to Mike in Connecticut. Mike.
Hey.
Mike.
Hiya, Mike.
Hey, guys. Hey, I guess the question I have is, when they first came to Jay, way back when they told him they were going to, take his show away from him and give it to Conan in 5 years or whatever, and he had the #1 show. He was you guys keep on talking about how he was #1, he's the #1 show. At that point, why didn't he just tell them to go fuck themselves? Listen, I'm #1, I'm not doing it, I'm not going for it. So it's like, yeah, okay, I'm a good guy,
Hold on, let me answer you. Because in a position like that, you're under contract, and it's almost like when they kill a character off. I'm sure they've killed characters off on TV who didn't want to be killed off, but they do it. It's not like they don't show up. People say, well, if you don't want to be killed off, just don't show up to work that day and film the scene. You have to. And maybe he could have done more, but to me, that would have been self-destructive, and he's a smart dude, and he didn't whine about it, just like he didn't complain that the critics were killing him. He didn't whinge about it. He just stayed #1. So that's probably why he towed the company line. And if you want to say, why didn't Jay be honest? How come you're not saying, hey, how come Conan didn't go on his show that night and go, you know what? My people said that if I didn't get the Tonight Show, I would leave in 5 years, so they gave in. Mm-hmm. How come Conan, both of them towed the company line? Isn't that fair to say?
Yeah, they're both BSing. That night.
I don't stay up that late to watch Conan, so I really don't know.
But I'm saying they replayed the clips recently, so do you understand what I'm saying? They both towed the company line.
Plus, I would love to, know what Leno's contract was all about. Right. Maybe it wasn't that easy just to walk away.
If you really think he doesn't have an agent, like he says, I don't believe that. I really don't.
You don't have to. You don't have to believe it, but I know how he negotiates with his own writers. I understand that he is a lawyer. He's a very, very big lawyer. He's probably the most powerful guy in Hollywood.
And a lawyer is just as big as, having an agent, if you really want to know the truth.
Yes.
Is it Ron?
Ron the lawyer?
So, sir, let me ask you, what should he have done? And you're not saying that Conan should have done the same thing?
I don't think Conan has had as much juice as Jay. I mean, I don't think Conan could have done that. I think Jay could have done that because of who he is. He didn't
have as much juice as Jay. He got them to promise him the Tonight Show while Jay was #1. That sounds like a lot of juice to me.
What have the goddamn Jews got to do with it?
All right, sir.
It sounds more like it sounded like it was more like an executive decision to do this with the two shows, not really Conan saying, convincing them to do it. It sounds like it was an executive.
Do you have any idea how naive you sound? It was executives who ultimately made the decision, but Conan has come out and said he had a badmouth Dave. I told you this whole experience. I like Conan more now than I ever did. I thought he was very funny through this whole thing.
Right.
I'm not shitting on the other guys. I just think Jay is right.
Why is this such a big fucking deal to everybody? I don't know.
I don't either.
Look at the phones, look at the instant feedback. I don't know.
It just is.
Maybe because it is a generational thing. Two generations fighting it out. I don't know.
All right, what else is there?
Why are people mad at NBC instead of Leno and Conan?
Agree.
Jay should have had a better contract. Jimmy, do you think Jay can repair this damage? We kind of talked about that. Conan failed because Leno was his lead-in.
Hold on, let me go to that guy right there. If we could.
Let's say hi to Pat in Buffalo. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Schnookums. How are you today?
Hi, Pat. How are you?
Normally, I agree with just about everything that you say, Jimmy. I'm a huge fan of yours. I got an autographed copy of your book.
Thank you.
I live in Buffalo. Don't hold that against me. But my problem is the weeknight lead-ins were terrible. He did not have the same kind of ratings going in to the Tonight Show for the local news that they did when they had programs like ER and stuff like that. It was and the thing that I resent about Leno is that for him to go out and say it's a colossal failure on Conan's part, it's not totally true because after his initial week, his ratings dropped like a tank or his ratings completely tanked at the 10 o'clock slot. So he gave him no strong lead in there.
Well, Jay actually
entirely on Conan, and I resent Jay for saying that.
No, Jay actually did say his show failed too. Jay acknowledged his show failed. It really did, and I hate it. Look, he said it did what it was supposed to do as far as the networks making the money, but the affiliates didn't want it, and they are really powerful. And you're right, Conan didn't have the lead, and he probably should have had. But I don't know, over the last 17 years, when Leno has stayed #1, did he, every single time he won, have the #1 lead-in? I don't think so. I think these guys become... I think lead-in's important, but I also think the guests you're getting are important. I'm not saying lead-in didn't hurt him, though. I mean, that's the point.
But NBC...
absolutely killed him.
What was brought up on Oprah...
I don't think it killed him 49% loss, though. I don't think that explains half the audience leaving.
No. It's brought up on Oprah that Leno thought he had more time, too. The executives came to him and said, look, we've never done this 10 o'clock thing. This is going to be an uphill, battle or whatever. And they said, look, but when summer hits, when everything goes into repeat, I think we have a pretty good shot at it. They were pretty much kissing away the first, how many months was he on? I don't even know.
He did about 4 months.
He did about 4,
yeah.
Because Conan did 7 and Jay sat for a while. They said, look, it's going to be tough the first few months as there's original programming from all the other networks. But when it goes into replay time in the summer, we might have a shot at this.
And Jay said...
Jay really thought that was their long-term plan for that.
And he said the thing at 10 o'clock is hard. He said you're competing against different shows every night. Like, every night it's Dave and Jay or it's Conan and Ferguson. You know who your competition is. But competing at 10 o'clock with that show, you're competing against brand new... different shows every night. It's a new guy getting in the ring.
NBC just panicked in the end because they also said that the Jay Leno show would be a lot cheaper. So even if they're not number one, as long as they do okay, they're not spending. Some of these shows I read, it's like over between $3 and $6 million an episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're spending.
Jesus.
That means $3 to $6 million a week for how many shows? What is it, 20-something maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that? That adds up quick. So they said this show will be a lot cheaper. If we're not number one, that's okay. We don't need to be number one. But that all obviously changed.
That changed real quick.
Yeah.
But the guy who said the lead-in point, that's a good point. But it's like the people who say Conan didn't get enough time, I agree with you. How come those people aren't saying Jay didn't get enough time too? That's all. They're just not saying both of them didn't get enough time.
Look, I just don't get it. I really tried to see it the other way. I just don't get it.
Here's what you argue with. When a guy like Dr. whatever his name is gets on the phone, and he goes, you just laugh at Jay's ass because you like him. He's a paycheck for you and they piggyback. It's like, that's what you got? That's your fucking argument? You stink. Your argument stinks.
But everyone's, wow, they're all about this. All right, why don't we take a break? We got to do our story of the day after the break.
What's that one?
You know which one it is, Anthony. You know.
I think I might know.
I don't know.
We are doing story of the day.
A couple of frightening quotes in there.
I like that. And we got to talk about this Rex Ryan. God, I love this guy. The fucking Jets coach. I love this fucking guy.
Yeah, and people are just assholes.
Well, we'll get into that. You want to do the
world we live in?
Ron the lawyer thing?
Ran?
That Derek and Steve put together?
Ran
the lawyer.
Ran.
We got to get Ron on soon, but we have this as we go to break.
If you're injured in an accident through no fault of your own, you need an attorney who will fight for your rights.
Been convicted of contempt of court, but never for calling the judge a jerk-off.
Call the law offices of Ron Sage today for your free, no-obligation consultation.
What do you do for a living, character?
Ron Sage is compassionate.
Get off the phone. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Ron Sage is understanding.
Shut the fuck up and get off the phone, you stupid asshole. You're completely wrong.
Ron Sage is on your side.
Is that the problem, pal? You couldn't get it up this morning? Now shut the fuck up. I'm through with you.
Ron Sage is here for you.
You are an obvious asshole. Hey, have I still got you on the line? Are you still on the line here, pal?
For Sage legal advice, call Ron Sage today.
Come on, how would you like that?
Justice is on your side. So is Ron Sage.
Do you get that? Because if you don't get that, then get the hell off the phone because you're wasting my time.
We got a lot of hip-hop promos on this channel, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure that our stuff's promoting on Shade.
I didn't know we had such a big black audience. Thank you. Thank you to the black people listening to us.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's say hi to Jason in Jersey. Jason.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Jason.
Hey. You guys catch up to Herschel Walker's debut MMA fight?
You know what? I did not. But I heard he won.
Wow.
He won his debut.
Physically, he was great, man. For 48 years old, it is pretty shredded.
Yeah, because we're all laughing. Like, why is Herschel Walker all of a sudden fighting in his 40s? But turns out we got a little knowledge on Herschel, and he's been a martial artist guy.
30-something years, right?
Who do we get the info from? Google it. Google it.
From the tap-out guys.
Oh, okay. That's different.
Remember the tap-out guys?
Google it.
And turns out he's been doing this martial arts shit for like over 30 years, and he was very impressive.
Look at the shape that fucking guy's in.
He looked great, man.
How old is he?
Fucking pile driver fist.
48 years old. Didn't he have some kind of mental illness, too, and washboard abs?
Well, he's got I think he's got multiple personalities or something.
Hopefully they're all pleasant.
This one doesn't look very pleasant.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the whole fight, sir?
Yes, I did.
He looked good?
Yeah, I mean, he looked good. He's still got a lot of training to go, but I mean, for debuting at 48 years old, man, come on, you got to give him that, man. He looked
No,
fine,
you
man.
don't. I mean,
Look at the shape this guy is in.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, just hammering that guy's face. What a brutal sport, man.
48, not
I
a
love
hint of
watching
fucking
it.
fat on him. And who did he fight?
So it was some tank. His name was Gary Young or something like that. He wasn't very credible, but I mean, they couldn't put him in there against somebody really good.
No, they stopped
Well, yeah, I
that
know.
fight.
They got to kind of move him along.
Look at this
They're
guy.
going to control him because they really want Herschel to look at his fucking
Jesus.
body.
What the hell's with that guy? The
It
hell's
looks like he
on?
can still play football. Why is he fighting?
They tried to say he was doing like a charity thing, but from what I heard, he wants to get in there again. So
No, he wants in. You could tell he wants in. Well, good for him because I don't think anyone gave him a real chance. And I'm sure he didn't fight the most talented fighter, obviously, but he did well.
Also, Bobby Lashley fought in that, another WWE guy coming in and looking pretty damn strong, man. So
Who?
Bobby Lashley.
Do we know this guy?
WWE guy.
What character did he play?
Who? Bobby Lashley?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I have no fucking idea who you're talking about. Oh, my Sam.
All right, Jason.
There's your segue into the Rex Ryan, man. Later.
Yeah. We could do Rex Ryan or Rip Torn. This Rip Torn,
the best. Oh my God.
This Rip Torn arrest over the weekend. Do a lot of people know who Rip Torn is? He hasn't been around in a while, but he was in Men in Black, obviously. The Larry Sanders Show, he won a bunch of awards.
Was huge.
He's been in a million things. And he's just a raging alcoholic.
Apparently.
Let's play the news story and then we'll go from there, right, Ant?
Yeah.
Why not? This is what happened to Rip Torn over the weekend. He's got the best mugshot.
He has quite a few of them being built up now.
Yeah.
Dee-wees and...
Well, Oscar-nominated actor Rip Torn will face a judge in Connecticut today on burglary and weapons charges. The 78-year-old actor was arrested Friday after police found him inside a bank in Salisbury, allegedly drunk and holding a loaded handgun. Last year, Torn was given probation in Connecticut for drunk driving. The Men in Black star also has 2 previous drunk driving arrests in New York.
God, the news is so fucking boring.
Blah, 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 blah.
The story is way better than what they just reported. Rip Torn
issues.
Is a raging alcoholic. His family has tried to do some interventions with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Rip Torn was quoted as saying that he thought he was doing well because he only drinks 1 pint of alcohol a day instead of the 4 he used to.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's down to a pint.
He's down to a pint every day.
That's like fucking Quentin.
But that's just a pint, and then I'm sure he's doing a beer or whatever else he would drink just as casually.
That's Quentin. I'd say he could consider himself on the wagon.
Right. And more importantly with this story, he breaks into the bank. The news didn't report any of this because he thought it was his house.
He thought it was his house. Is that a problem? So you go past the bank. Some people, he's lucky enough to have a house that probably looks like a bank. And then he had the gun, his loaded gun. So instead of using a key like you would to your house, he broke the window using the gun, and then went in and went to sleep.
Assuming it was his house.
Well, he thought it was his house.
What did he recognize?
Who hasn't done that?
What did he recognize as his living room couch in a bank, by the way?
They have a lot of chairs that you sit down in when they ask you to open a new account. Sometimes they have a little couch that you sit down while you're waiting to maybe get something notarized or pull out your safe deposit box or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he curled up on that.
And went to sleep.
And went to sleep.
As all hell's breaking loose outside the bank.
The burglar alarms, the fucking bank robbery alarms are going off.
And he is sleeping like a baby, thinking it's his house. How great is this story? Breaks the back window and just crawls in and then just falls asleep.
Oh, it was the back? It wasn't like the front where the tellers and the vault are?
I don't think so. I don't know. He found a back window. Well, I don't know many banks that have a back window.
Did you hear me just going, like it now makes sense why the bank was his house?
Oh.
And they're holding him on, what, $100,000 bail?
Yeah, $100,000 bail seems very excessive for, an
old drunk.
He's just some old fucking actor guy who got a little hammered, obviously has a problem with the juice, And, well, the gun charge, all right. But $100,000, there are people that do a lot worse and don't get $100,000 bail. I don't think he's a flight risk, to tell you the truth. You guys are lush. $100,000 bail? Fuck.
And he went from 4 pints to 1 pint a day. So
yeah, see?
That's the latest on Rip Torn. He's had a few of these in the last few years, right?
Yeah, apparently he got a DWI around Christmas 2008. He was weaving his battered Subaru down the road with a Christmas tree tied to the roof.
No way.
Very shakily.
Really?
Yeah. Just around. I'm taking my tree home.
His battered Subaru.
His battered Subaru.
What the fuck was he knocking into?
Something tells me he probably hits a lot of things.
You think he took out a lot of mailboxes?
That's probably why the bail was so high.
They've had him with Rip Torn.
Yeah, he's got a record of this, and until he kills somebody, he's going to keep doing it.
If he's in jail, they got to give him alcohol. He's one of those alcoholics.
Or detox him. They have to detox him.
Wow.
You sit in a drunk tank.
They say it's
couldn't he die though if his alcohol poisoning or his alcohol abuse is that bad, Jimmy?
The withdrawal can kill you, but I'm sure they'd get him to a hospital if it was
some of his family members, I guess, were talking about interventions and stuff and said it's very difficult with him. He likes booze just a little more than he likes guns. So apparently,
and no offense, I kind of read the same story and I just crossed out his name and put your name in there.
Did you really?
A little bit. If you give me the news story, I'll do it for everybody.
I've been, knock wood, I've been Mr. Responsible.
Yeah, you are responsible.
I am getting to the point where I realize how fucking lucky I have been over the years with driving, let's just say.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those, and I honestly don't think I'd ever be one of those that would get to the point where I would drive the wrong way down a parkway. I do some of my safest driving after a few beers.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Does anybody ever think they're one of the ones who would drive the wrong... Like, if you asked anybody who's ever driven the wrong way down a parkway, do you think they'd go, yes, I kind of figured I'd do that?
No, you're right. No. But everyone you talk to that knows that person will say that he is the kind of person that would do that.
Okay.
I have always been a right lane, speed limit, cruise control, head on the swivel. Type of drunk driver. Right, exactly. And if I really get too ripped, I'll just stay at a hotel or take a cab or whatever. But now I don't even chance it like that. Yeah. Now it's just I take a cab. Like for Bar 9 on Friday, I knew I was going to be doing some drinking. So I drove there. I drove in, stayed at a hotel, and then left the next morning. What the fuck?
Beautiful.
We were able to drink, hang out, left about noon the next day.
Nice.
I'm fine. I pounded fucking beers before I left the hotel because, I had to take the edge off for the drive home. But I was...
Are you to the point where
I'm teasing, of course.
I want to know if you're to the point where you have to take the edge off.
No. But it's gotten to that point. Like, me, Danny, we decided, maybe we'll take in a strip club one night. And it's like, something? Let's just call a fucking cab.
Sure.
Call a cab.
But calling cabs on Long Island is a pain in the ass.
It is, but you know something? It's better than fucking calling a lawyer.
Yeah.
A bigger pain in the ass is going to having a court date.
I understand. I'm not stupid, but I'm just saying. Fucking cabs on Long Island is a nightmare. You got to call, and they'll go, well, I'll be there in a half hour. Is that okay? I don't know. Let's go to Footer. Yeah. Footer's got a very good observation on this Rip Torn story. Footer!
Hey, what's up, Jimmy and Rip?
Hey.
Just wanted to say, what is this guy doing fucking driving around in a fucking Subaru? He did some pretty big movies, no?
Probably because he just gave up on bashing, fucking up all his good cars and said, just give me a few Subarus that I can mess with.
All right, pleasantries, characters. I'm out.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Richie on Long Island. Richie.
Rich, what's up? Rich from Long Island. Hey, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy, love you.
Hey, buddy.
Anthony, that sounds just like you, my man. Punching out, brother.
Sounds just like me. I've never broken into a bank thinking it was my home.
That's not what... I'm sorry, and for real, I didn't think that... I thought he was saying something else. Fontaine.
Okay.
Hey, boy.
Yo, Fontaine.
Yo, Fontaine.
Yo, Fontaine.
Hey, I do that one. Yo, Fontaine.
Hey, Anthony, you can work that line better than I can, probably. Fuck Joe DeRosa.
All right.
No, but that's
Poor
not what
Joe.
What's wrong with these guys? It says on the phones, Rip Torn, I thought you were doing a story about Steve's asshole. Fontaine, that's a good line. Fontaine, you fucked it up. Let's go to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hey, what's going on, boys? I say good job for Rip Torn. I mean, you're 78, you beat the averages, you know, you're in the golden years of your life. Most people are sitting around doing nothing. Go out and get banged up. Who cares? Good for you, baby.
I'm with you as long as he doesn't take out anybody on the way home. You know, fuck it. If he wants to drink every day and break into a bank thinking it's his home and no one's getting hurt, good for him.
It's all fun and games until there's a little patent leather shoe in your grill. Or a teddy bear nose.
Let's go to Dave in California. Dave.
Hey.
Hey, boys.
What are those lights coming at me?
Yeah. I wonder if that's a toy I can play with.
Fast forward to pulling a little ribbon out of the grill.
Dave, what's up?
Not much. Hey, about 10, 12 years ago, if you guys look at Sports Illustrated, they did an article on Herschel Walker. And he's supposedly known for never lifting a weight in his whole NFL career. He'd do over 3,000 sit-ups and push-ups and pull-ups a day.
I heard that, too, that he did at one point I heard 2,000 push-ups. He's not a weightlifter, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he might be doing it now.
He has to.
No.
See his arms in the fucking
He might do
abs and
different types of push-ups and
He's
pull-ups.
doing push-ups and pull-ups and yeah, some crunches or whatever, sit-ups.
Yeah.
Jesus. They say that's about all you really need to do anyway.
He probably has 50 different push-up, pull-up, and crunch ab exercises he can do.
I'm sure.
I do crunches. Doritos.
That's a good one. I use Nestle. One time I did a sit-up, but I call them lay-downs.
Nikki in Connecticut. Nikki!
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Nikki.
I just live right around the corner from Rip Torn, and I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys are aware of what it's like up here, but everybody's completely drunk all the time. It's like Connecticut's dirty little secret. If you go into any liquor store, all around the cache, they have literally hundreds of fifths, and I've never seen anything like it. When I moved up to New York, from New York 2 years ago, I lost my mind because, like, if somebody comes to mow your lawn, they come completely loaded.
What town is it? Is it like New Canaan and all that, or?
No, we're north of there. We're in the northwest corner. It's called Litchfield County.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of, really wealthy people who don't want to live in the city and townies. But the dirty little secret is there's nothing to do here. Nothing. So everyone is drunk all the time. I mean, not me, but everybody else. I don't even drive at night. It's so bad.
Is it close to Washington?
Washington, Connecticut?
Yeah, Washington. No?
I don't know what that is. There's Washington, there's Kent, there's the town of Litchfield, Salisbury, Lime Rock, the racetrack.
Yeah, they don't have fucking cell towers up there.
So you live close to Rip Torn?
Huh?
No, I can't get cell service at my house at all.
She lives close to Rip Torn.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, about 6 miles away.
I know the area. I've driven through this part of Connecticut. It's really nice. The houses are nice. It's beautiful up there. It's so beautiful that the locals don't want to fuck up the environment, so there's no cell towers. So you can't use a cell phone up there. Anywhere.
Right.
I mean, anywhere. It's ridiculous.
I have to drive 3 miles from my house for my cell phone to work.
Yeah, that's why?
Careful, Rip Torn doesn't think your house is a bank.
No, I'm really lucky. But I can see how that happens because all the banks here are in these old houses. And anybody could break into them. But
really? They're like the old Franklin Savings Banks kind of old buildings?
All right, that makes sense, too, because I was thinking...
I'm thinking like a Citibank or a Bank of America.
Yeah, right.
Brick buildings with glass and fucking the big signs about interest rates in your windows.
Yeah, a guy named Sal with a machine gun.
There's no crime here of any kind. So, like, if you call the police, it takes like 2 hours usually. So the fact that it was a bank was exciting.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm a nurse. Katie's a nurse. Katie?
Hey. Hello?
Hi,
yes,
Katie.
hello?
I'm thinking that he's probably going to need some Librium precautions because he's going to have a seizure when he sobers up. In the hospital, we have these people constantly. They have to lay on a bed. You have to give them a sitter. They shake for 3 days. They shit everywhere. And then eventually they're so burnt up that the jail or home will take them, and then they come back just as drunk as they've ever been 3 days later.
Right on. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any fixing Rip Torn at this point at 78 years old.
No, what are you going to do? You're going to kill him.
Dan in Philly. Dan?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Was that Anthony's nurse on the phone?
Oh.
Right.
See, because...
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, there's a saying in the program, progress, not perfection. He went from 4 pints down to 1, you know? It's something. You gotta look at the positive side.
But he's not surrendered as is called for in the first step.
Oh,
shit.
That is correct, sir.
Well, let me ask Jimmy something for real.
Sure.
You got this Rip
A little over
Torn.
7. Oh.
He's 78 years old, right?
Yeah.
Why do we need to sober up Rip Torn?
We don't.
I mean, it seems like he wants to drink. He's older. He's lived his life.
Because who knows how he really feels, like the physical feelings you're getting. And the fact is, he's living out his final years, making an absolute asshole out of himself.
Good for him.
He's drunk driving.
Good for him.
He was breaking into a bank and sleeping. The man is an embarrassment. I mean, that would be the thinking as to why.
It's a scream.
It's fun to watch.
But in his own mind, does he care? And would he care if he was sober?
Who was that? Bill Holden? Was that the one? No, which one was the guy that cracked his head on the
William
table?
Holden.
William Holden.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let him just pull a William Holden at the end of his life. It'll be done with. We'll all get one more laugh out of it.
Because you never look at your life like, oh, good, I got 2 weeks left and I'm dead. You always look at it like, well, I could live another 10 years, be 88. The last 10 years of his life, he could be sober and coherent and enjoying his grandchildren.
Would he be happy, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know Rip Torn at all, but a 78-year-old guy, you sober him up, would you think he would be happy?
Sure, your health would improve. You would be not hungover anymore. You'd remember every night. It's like the last night of his life he's not going to remember. He's just blacked out, missing out on his family, missing out on his kids, his grandchildren. It's like he's going to die soon. And he's just making a fucking asshole out of himself. That's what this guy does. He has this great career. He's a talented guy.
Yeah.
And he's breaking into a bank and sleeping. The man is making an asshole out of himself. He's an embarrassment.
It's a question. I don't know.
I mean, I think that would be,
where-
I think, why you'd want to sober up.
Right. Does his family even care at this point?
I'm sure they're humiliated. How would you feel if someone, the famous guy in your family, dozed off on a fucking chase floor because he thought it was home? I thought that vault was my bathroom. He's an embarrassing sot.
But not the same situation, but at the end of my dad's life, we wanted him to eat better. And then I finally realized, like, why are we trying to make my dad eat better? I know it's different, Jimmy, and I have to acknowledge that. But as a family, we all looked at our dad, and I think it was more of a selfish thing. We're like, Dad, why don't you just eat salads and this and that? He liked his chicken wings and his fried food. He had a horrendous heart. And we're like, what are we doing? The guy lived his life, and he really enjoys his stupid chicken
Enjoying
wings.
it.
So why not allow the guy to enjoy the last years of his life?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like if your dad was behaving like your dad, he wasn't making a fool out of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just being the guy.
It was frustrating to us because we knew he had one artery left and he's still eating like he's 30 years old and enjoying like the big game and having some wings and stuff. But he was in a spot where he really needed to eat healthy to maybe live a few more years. And finally, I'm like, what are we doing? The guy is suffering by trying to eat right and eat salads. He wants to fucking eat his shitty food because it makes him happy at this point. So who are we to say? Yeah. I don't understand because he was in his 70s and he lived his life. What else was he supposed to do? Question. Answer.
I thought it was rhetorical.
Rhetorical?
Yeah.
Like,
do you agree?
Hey, what are we supposed to do over here? Well, and someone answers and you go, no. Rhetorical.
Is there things you wish your mom and Sal would do because they're older? Like, do you see them... and I don't know, so I'm just throwing dumb things out there. Do they drink too much, or do they eat shitty? Is there stuff as a family unit, you're like, man, why don't you just do this?
At this point, no.
Because you want them to just be...
fuck you want. They're going to jump on cruise ships. They're going to go down to St. Thomas. They're going to fucking drink tequila. They're going to fucking hang out, whatever. Why would I give a flying fuck at their age?
That's what I'm getting
like
at.
what they do, how they deal with it. But again, there's not like that fucking, they're not Rip Torn.
No, I'm not. I'm sort of out of the Rip Torn thing. I'm not saying that, every person that has a older father or grandfather in their 70s drinking like a fish, you should leave them alone. I'm not saying that, but it just brought up something that I used to think about with my dad. I'm like, what are we doing in the end? He's a happy guy that goes out on the, Friday nights with his buddies and then they drink and they do their wings and whatever. That's what makes him happy. What, are you supposed to sit home, have a salad, and not have a few beers with the guys on weekends?
Exactly.
It made him happy.
Yeah.
We wish he would have been around longer, but, who are we to say in the end? Hey, Rex Ryan, Ant.
Rex Ryan.
He's my fucking coach. I love this fucking
Your
guy.
coach.
He's my
Is he a talent?
coach.
Is he a talent coach?
He's part of the Reynolds group.
He's part of the Reynolds group.
I love this fucking guy, but the NFL is going to do the wrong thing, and they'll probably fine him a shitload of money. But this is the type of thing I love in my sports when it gets ugly like this.
Yeah.
Basically what? He was at some kind of fighting event?
I think it was some kind of event, right?
For Showtime?
Do you have
Was that the Herschel Walker fight?
Details of the location? It might have been, because it was on Showtime.
So it might have been the Herschel Walker thing. Maybe he was hanging out with the announcers, doing a little something. It's in Miami. And he basically was, I guess the whole arena could hear him, and he said that next year the Jets are going to go down to Miami and beat the Dolphins twice. So that got a lot of boos because I guess it was down in the Miami area.
They put his picture up on the big screen also, and they were booing like crazy.
What does he expect them to do?
And
he's fine with them booing.
Yeah.
But that in turn, now he's walking out of the event. I thought this happened on Showtime, and I don't think it did. Now he's walking out of the arena. And basically, Dolphin fans were like, you suck, your Jets suck, whatever, that type of shit. That happens all the time. So Rex Ryan goes, oh, yeah, and gives him the finger. Nice. I like that. I like that the Dolphins are trashing him, and I like that Rex Ryan responded. I like both sides of this thing. And now it's on the front page of the paper here in New York, and it's a big deal for some reason.
Yep.
Why? A lot of whys today. Why is that a big deal?
They were actually mulling over a $250,000 fine.
Well, when it comes
for that,
when it comes to the NFL, they suck when it comes to this shit. They want a goody two shoes league for some reason. I don't know why.
It's the middle finger. Whoa! Like, what the fuck is wrong with people that you can't just throw up a middle finger like a man?
I think you should be able to...
in a place where people are booing you like that. Fine, it's a great visual.
It's a perfect place to put up the middle finger. I mean,
no better place. Maybe there in the highway.
Maybe, and I hate to say this because I think he should be able to use the middle finger wherever he wants. But maybe if it was a fucking school or something, maybe I could see why the NFL got uptight about it. But it's a bunch of sports fan trash talking his team, and he gives the finger. What are we coming to? What's wrong with this fucking world? What's the big fucking deal in the end?
Then again, was that ever acceptable? Like, when would that have been allowed? Like, you can't picture Tom Landry doing that in his dumb hat.
No, Jimmy, I'm not even saying it should be allowed. I mean, I think it should be allowed, but it's not even about that. That everyone has this fake outrage that Rex Ryan threw a finger at the Dolphins fans that were, trashing his team.
It's this fake outrage. Like, who cares? The middle finger. It's not like a fucking 12-year-old was on it at the time. Like, fucking, but that could be outrageous. Uncle Paul. It's the finger. Why are we getting so fucking, like, it's front page news in New York.
And now, because it's on the front page, now the NFL is going to feel like they have to do something. So now I bet you, Ant, there's a fine. I don't know if it's $250,000 because I think a coach did that in a game situation, so they fined him $250,000. This isn't a game situation, but I bet you the NFL fines him. I would bet $50,000 we're going to go with.
Yeah.
A $50,000 fine.
And he had to do the fake apology.
Right.
That he said it was inappropriate, a stupid gesture. He was sorry he did it. He's not.
Of course he's not.
Again, we got to go back to the I'm sorry apology.
Of course.
He's not sorry.
What else? Is there anything else in that article I'm missing? I guess he had to say sorry to everybody, blah, blah, blah. So, and this is what you want in your sports. You want a guy like Rex Ryan that could drop dead of a heart attack at any moment. A guy that eats 7,000 calories a day and brags about it. And if you fuck with his team, he's going to fuck with your back. But now they're going to, give him the electric shock and calm him down and make sure he plays, plays it right.
God forbid you have a loose cannon out there, a rookie coach. He's out there having fun with his rookie quarterback, and now they gotta bash him down and hammer him into line so he's just like everybody else. What a bunch of shit. No surprises, no spontaneity, no nothing anymore.
They're taking the personality out of sports.
Out of everything.
In general. I mean, I love the loose cannons in every sport, and I don't care if it's on my team or someone else's team. I respect all the loose cannons. Ocho Cinco, love the fucking guy. Love him. Love him. Love what he's doing out there. He's a lunatic.
Ocho Cinco. Ugh. I was watching, believe it or not, I was watching a basketball game. The Celtics-Lakers game. And what's with this? Do you know anything about this? The guy with the nickname Big Baby?
NBA?
Yeah. And he hates
I'm embarrassed to say I don't, because
he's been in fights because they call him Big Baby, and he wants to be Uno. He wants that as his nickname.
Oh, he's going with the Ocho Cinco thing?
But it's not working, and they call him Big Baby, and he fights people over his stupid nickname.
That's an NBA player?
Yes.
Look at you with the knowledge about the NBA.
I just figured I'd throw a little in there.
I love it. Where did the nickname come from?
Because he looks like a big baby.
No.
I swear, it just looks like a big baby. Davis Dunn with Big Baby nickname. It's just...
Danny, we got a picture of Big Baby? Oh, he's on the Celtics? So it was the big
Baby.
It was the big Lakers-Celtics game over the weekend. Those games used to be a must-watch.
Yeah, apparently.
I guess it still is. I'm just out of the NBA lately.
I was watching it. Apparently, I guess the Lakers have a pretty good white guy on their team. But he looks like that kind of crooner singer. What's his name? He was in Men in Black.
Harry Connick?
Yeah, he looks a little like Harry Connick.
Which guy are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the guy who looks like Big Baby?
They call him Big Baby.
And what? All you have to say is, hey, Big Baby on the court, and this guy is fighting?
I guess he starts throwing fucking fisticuffs. He does not enjoy Big Baby.
He's a baby.
He kind of has a baby face, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Big Baby.
See, there it is on the local news. Rex raided.
Oh,
Jets
wow,
coach flips the bird.
They're not blanking it out. What are they doing?
Good for the news. Isn't that just as bad for the children out there?
It's a picture of the newspaper. Now, if they show just the picture, do they have to blur it out?
I love the fake outrage by the local news.
I'm outraged.
Look at this outrageous thing. I hope your children are watching. That bullshit. It's all bullshit. Let's go to Danny in New Orleans. Danny.
Rex Ryan is a fat pig.
Yeah, the Rex Ryan situation, the only way I'd have a problem with it is if he was at, like, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital flipping the fans off.
Yeah, flipping the fans. Yeah. Fuck you.
There's a controversy with Greg Williams, the defensive coach here. He came out and said some stupid stuff, but, you know, I'm tired of these guys saying, let's line up our boys and let's play their boys and let's see who wins. Fuck that.
Yep.
You know, come out there and say something.
There you go. Thank you,
All right,
Danny.
guys, take it easy.
Appreciate it. Here we go. Mike in Albany. Mike.
You're talking about taking the personality out of sports. LeBron James got frustrated during a game last week and kicked the water bottle, and they fined him $25,000.
These people that find the athletes, do they ever play any of these sports? Because guess what? When you're playing a game and something goes wrong, you get really frustrated and you want to do something. And kicking the water bottle is very innocent. That'll cost you $25,000 if you're in the NBA. Why are they doing that? To teach the children? Why are they doing it? Because it's family entertainment? The kids love this shit more than the adults.
Of course. Don't worry about it.
More on Big Baby Ant. I have the other side of the story, and someone reminded me of this. Yes, he used to be known as Baby Shaq in college. I do want to thank Eric in Tampa. I remember that. So it went from Baby Shaq to Big Baby.
Big Baby. That is not a cool sports nickname to have.
Baby Shaq
No, Big Baby.
No.
Baby
Could be the
Shaq's
worst one
bad
ever.
enough, but at least Shaq's in there.
Right.
A Big Baby, not a good sports nickname.
So I'm sickened by the Rex Ryan thing that the NFL probably will make a big deal out of it. Speaking of football, I read an article on Tom Dempsey this weekend.
Tom?
The guy with a half a foot?
There you go, Jimmy.
Broke the record for field goal kicking, 63 yards, right?
Kicked a 63-yarder. I did not know that the record was tied.
1 foot.
I think it was tied in Denver. I think in 98, I think the article said. But he lives in New Orleans still. He's lost half his house to the fucking Katrina thing.
Sorry, matched his foot. Just a bunch of chopped off shoes floating down the river.
Huge Saints fan. And because of him, what I learned in this dumb article, if you have a half a foot, your shoe has to look like a real foot now because of Tom Dempsey. Because if you look at...
the flat front of his foot?
Dude, if you look... They had it in the article. And he still has it because it's a famous thing.
It's like an illegal golf club.
You want to talk about sports memorabilia? If you could have the fucking weird sneaker thing he used to kick that 63-yarder, and it had a metal plate to look like, it was totally illegal.
Yeah.
And it was flat. And now if you have half a foot and you're in the NFL, your sneaker or whatever has to look like a real sneaker. So it kicks like anybody else would.
It's got to like have what, rubber in the front or
whatever,
polyurethane.
Yeah, they have
fake
to
foot
newspaper.
Yeah, they fill in the sneaker with whatever you're missing. I guess you know what I mean.
Wow.
Because of Tom Dempsey and his club foot.
Yeah, he had that flat thing. It was perfect for kicking field goals.
Perfect. And he wasn't even a kicker when he was coming up.
What was he?
Well, I guess he was in. I learned all of this dumb stuff about him. He was in college and like
foot useless.
Their punters sucked. So the coach just lined everybody up, and of course the guy with like the fucking club foot kicked it out of the stadium basically, and then from that day on he turned into a kicker. He was missing a hand too. They called him Stumpy.
What happened to him, by the way?
Blame it on the
He was an alligator wrestler, and not a good one.
Like, how do you fucking lose half of your foot and a hand and stuff? What, a chimp attack him?
He was born that way, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah, he had it his whole life.
Thalidomide back then? You never know.
And he says how his father was tough, like, instead of, like, babying him.
Yeah.
You know, it was basically like, you know.
Great Santini?
Yeah, basically said, look, get out there with your stupid fucking no arm and half a foot and get over it.
Get over it.
I think that was the exact quote. Just get over it. So, and I didn't know, I forgot Dempsey played with the Saints. And the only reason he made the NFL, basically, was because it was an expansion team. So it was a bunch of scrubs. And he was a rock star because of that kick. He had to have security in the locker room.
Yes.
Times have changed. Security, and then, like, he partied all night. He had 2 officers the entire night. He was partying all night, and then
he got shit-footed.
So that's it on the Rex Ryan thing, I guess.
At least he couldn't get a Dewey. Gotta walk this line heel to toe. Sorry, officer.
Old shot glass foot.
Good old Tom Dempsey. Forgot all about him. And finally, before our next break, I was also watching the CBS Sunday Morning.
CBS! Oh, Sunday Morning.
You don't watch Sunday Morning? You're not
No,
out.
you know what?
Do you DVR the show?
There's something, and I can't put my fingy on this. The Sunday Morning show.
It's a boring show, but
depresses me.
Oh, okay.
I feel depression watching it, and it has nothing to do with it. It's the format itself, the visuals.
It's a very boring format.
It's a boring format, but it's not even just boring. I don't mind boring. There's something depressing about it. The pictures they use before they go to commercials with the silence,
right?
And like they'll show some weird artistic version of a sun, like, and then a bird, and they'll come back to a dull set, and I'm just sitting there going, I'm fucking depressed. I'm depressed at this.
I think you make a really good point.
I don't know what it is.
Because I don't know what it is either, but I watch it.
I can't watch it.
I don't feel excited.
No, I actually feel bad.
Yeah.
It gives me like an unhappiness. A general malaise.
Because he downplays everything. And just how he says the year.
Yeah.
2010. Or 20, how does he say it now? Because it used to be 2009.
2009. Oh, I was here about 05.
2009. Instead of just saying 2009, 2010, it's 2010.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care what.
It's depressing.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, he did a whole, which was weird because it's Charles Osgood.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this guy knew what TMZ was all about. He does a story on TMZ and this Harvey Levin, who's trying to say that he doesn't get in, in people's faces with what he's doing, which is such bullshit, Harvey. Come on. You're just as bad as everyone else, but he's trying to say he's not. That he's not as bad as the other tabloid websites and
he lives under
TV
a rock.
shows. He's just as bad, if not the worst.
Vulture.
But he says because they use humor and whatnot, it's not as bad.
What's funny
and he
about
says
it?
that he turns down stories. I don't know if he turns down stories.
Probably nice stuff.
Stories?
Probably nice stuff, probably. Or stuff he can't prove and he doesn't want to get sued.
Stands there with his fucking dumb frappuccino, whatever it is, laughing with all of his fucking cunt he couldn't make it in Hollywood reporters. Here, we got that seal, dude. Shitting into somebody's hand. Oh, joke. Fuck you.
I can't stand that. But then he goes to the board and writes it down. Why? Why is he writing it down?
Exactly, you People's Court fucking jizzbag. Shut up.
So I asked the boys to, it's just, it's a quick 45 seconds. He talks about TMZ, which is a who gives a shit part of this audio you're about to hear, but just so it has some context. Because then he goes back in time to how they used to report Hollywood gossip. And when I heard this yesterday, my first thought obviously was Anthony. It's Anthony's voice. You know, the, well, you usually do it through the megaphone.
Anything from the 40s.
Right.
They all sounded like this for some reason. And now look who's hitting the red carpet. It's Clark Gable. Stunning as he comes in, just off of his Oscar-winning performance in Gone with the Wind, where he acted with colored people. As a matter of fact, I think a colored woman won an Oscar, did she? I think so.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yes, and here comes, look, our young Shirley Temple walking out. You know, she did a tap dance up some stairs with a Negro.
Why does it always have to be a Negro?
Well, because it was very controversial at the time, you see. People were disturbed that the little girl, America's sweetheart, Shirley Temple, was actually touching a Negro. But he was such a good dancer, and their signals that they used back and forth were actually squeezing each other's hands as to know when to do the steps. So they allowed the Negro to touch our beloved white, curly-haired, dimpled Shirley Temple. He was summarily hung after the picture.
Fuck. But I always try to figure out where you got the impression from, and it was Walter Winchell. So at the end of this clip,
Walter Winchell was one of them. Yeah,
it's quick.
Was a big one. Yeah,
it's quick, but you'll hear where Ant got the voice from. Check this out.
TMZ, an online newsroom that has a track record of being first with the very latest celebrity news. From the trivial, like celebrity fashion faux pas, to the serious, like Mel Gibson's 2006 arrest for DUI.
Do things go up in the middle of the night? Do you have things, 3 o'clock in the morning, that sort of thing?
Look at the bags under my eyes.
That's a yes.
There is no definition to the day anymore.
It all used to be much more civilized. Studio publicists would dole out stories to movie magazines. Walter Winchell would give us celebrity details, just not all of them.
New York City. It's a baby boy for the John Costellos at Leroy Sanitarium. The lovely mother is the song star, Nancy Donovan.
There it is. I wish they had more, but...
Wonderful. At the sanitarium. Where the hell were they?
What the hell's the sanitarium?
It's a beautiful baby boy.
It must have been an out-of-wedlock baby, I'm thinking.
Came out with polio and rickets and shingles. But it's fine. They all do at this age.
So what's going on in Abbott Costello's life?
Yes, exactly. Don't take it by the pool.
That's terrible. And what did he call her? A songstress?
Yes, songstress.
What the hell's a songstress?
Where do the Negroes have babies? Not at this hospital. I'm sure the Costellos are here.
They have babies down by the river, I'm thinking.
Yes. I mean, yes.
And then we found another clip of Walter Winchell. I guess he read the news, too.
Is that what he
wasn't
did?
just a gossip guy.
So this was how the news was done before, like, Fox and CNN and all that shit?
How many years ago? Walter Winchell. How many years, Ann? How many years?
Oh, my God. It's got to be 20,000 years ago.
I would guess the 30s? 40s? Definitely not the 50s.
Yeah, this is going way back.
This has got to be 30 or 40s.
This is during the war, probably.
This is how it would have went down. It's a quick minute.
Moscow.
It's time, America. Time for Walter Winchell. Presented to you by Gruen, the precision watch. Gruen, the finest watch you can wear. Gruen, the finest watch you can give. Brings you the man who gives America the news. Walter Winchell of the New York Daily Mirror and the Washington Post.
Mr. and Mr. North and South American, all the ships at sea, let's go to press. Dallas, Texas. The Texas special of the Katy line has been wrecked near Roy City, Texas. What? Between San Antone and St. Lou. Several reported killed. Just happened. We may have more on it later. San Juan, Puerto Rico. The Nationalist Party of Puerto Rico is on the march. They are plotting violence and maybe a revolution after raiding armories for their guns. New York City. The police in New York have a new hot lead on the murder of a Bronx mobster. He was killed last week for welching on commissions due to a dope ring in East Harlem. New York City. Mayor-elect Wagner will name his police commissioner this week, maybe Wednesday. The field is now down to 6, including Assistant District Attorney Vincent O'Connor and, surprise, Chief Inspector Raffengas, 2 good men.
O'Connor. Hi, O'Connor.
2 good men.
2 good Irish men. That was the way news used to be presented?
How weird.
Isn't that great?
I'm sure they talked. I'm sure they talked normal back then. Why couldn't they just do the news normal?
Got to talk like this. It stinks.
I don't think regular folk were walking around talking like that.
Wonderful. We'll push those Huns back. Yeah, I don't get it.
No.
Because, no one just walked around talking like that. No one does now.
Maybe they did.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, it would be
Hey, we have a meeting after the show.
Well,
come to my
good.
office.
That's good.
Google it. Google it.
Google it.
I'm a reporter.
Best
I know what's
pussy
going to
ever.
happen.
New York City.
Oh,
Google
my God.
Google it.
Alert! This coming off the wire. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Going to break up soon. Go ahead, Google it. Google it. Yes, brought to you by Google. The search site of Ian Halperin. Moron. Ian Halperin, homosexual, I believe. Although he keeps talking about how many women he's banged. And one woman is hot. And every time he talks about a woman, he talks about how much sex they've had. Why would he do this? Thou protested too much? I think so. I think he likes it in the hiney hole. Look, Google it.
What else is going on out there, gossip-wise? While we have Ann in his megaphone.
My goodness.
What are some of the other hot rumors out there in Hollywood? Fuck. Don't matter.
Roma.
That I've been fucking Lady Gaga?
Jimmy Norton fucking Lady Gaga.
It's a big rumor.
Wonderful. I think he enjoys a giant clitoris.
Yay.
Yay. Yay.
You would like that, though.
I'd
big
fucking
fat fucking thumb.
It looks like it looks like fucking. She's like just hiding a giant marble in there. She hides giant marbles by her vag.
What's she holding in her hand? Magic? What has she got? She's got like she has the fucking hula hoop thing, and then she's got like magic in her hand.
That's that snowflake.
Yeah. What is that?
That oversized snowflake.
Is that hers right there?
Oh, she's a big pussy, man.
Jimmy's like, oh, she's got a big
pussy.
Yeah, you fuck that.
I fucking want that fucking pussy on my face.
Love a big pussy.
Hi, Jimmy. That's not her big pussy.
What is that? That one right there looks like Ziggy's nose over the fence. Holy hoo!
Oh my God!
Fuck out of here.
That is hermaphrodite.
Yeah, that's awful. It looks like a fucking. It looks like the chrysalis or pupa.
A pupa. The chrysalis or pupa.
I gotta piss badly.
All right, why don't we take a break then? We got Ryan Keely coming in today.
Yes, a lovely Penthouse girl. Who also has a nice vag, by the way.
Penthouse.
Penthouse.
That's how they say it north of the border. Penthouse.
Well, we'll talk to her next. How's that?
Yes.
O&A. All right, Opie and Anthony. We got Ryan Keely outside our studio. Ooh. Also, we got the Daniel Bobo Awkward Sexual Interludes audio companion that Derek and Steve made.
Oh, and what is this?
You want to throw it in? It's 1 minute, and then we'll get Ryan in here?
Yeah, we got a minute.
Because this is hot off the presses. Bobo. Came right from the production room there. Derek and Steve came up with this from Bobo's appearance on Friday.
Women these days tend to spend more time focusing on their careers than their personal needs. That's why we at the Opie and Anthony Show have developed the Daniel Bobo Curlin Awkward Sexual Interludes audio companion. Now, ladies, you can fantasize about being seduced by someone who has never seduced a woman ever.
Oh, I think I've gotten a boner, and I need to fuck someone.
This 60-minute barrage of uncomfortable sex talk will have you dripping in seconds.
I'd love to go down on you, and I go slowly up you, then I just take that cock and I want you to just ram that right in you.
He stammers.
I want it so hard. You want it.
He stutters.
It is up, alright? Oh, it's big. I think 3.5 inches, and it's a boner.
He moans uncomfortably.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, keep going.
And he spends way too much time
stick it in your ass.
Fixating about what he'd like to stick.
Oh, I would want to stick it in your ass right now.
In your hiney.
I would just shove that cock up your ass.
So ladies, if you want to get sexed up,
I just want to just fuck the crap out of you.
By the unsexiest voice you've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm going balls deep.
Order the Daniel Bobo Curlin Awkward Sexual Interludes audio companion today.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get fucked with my boner.
Jesus. Jimmy, during that whole thing, I don't know if you heard it, he goes, we found out when he's hard, he's 3.5 inches.
And he goes, that's a boner.
Right.
Like, it's 3.5 inches, so I think that's a boner. Like, he thinks there's an inch mark that makes it a boner.
Unbelievable. Well, open the door. Let's get Ryan in here. Ryan Keely from the PenthouseSuperParty.com, right?
Take a seat over next to our friend Jimmy Norton.
Hi. And this is the largest party ever. How do we know that?
Ever in the world?
Yeah.
No, it's the largest party Penthouse has ever thrown.
Really?
Yes. And there's going to be 20 Penthouse pets attending this party.
Nice.
Including myself and some of my sexy girlfriends. And the cool thing about pets is that we're not just, hot girls travel in packs. So there's 20 pets and then there's all of our hot girlfriends. So it's going to be off the chain.
Second string.
Yes.
Yeah, the second string girls.
Every single ticket comes with open bar.
Whoa.
Yeah,
where is it and when?
Girls and drinks.
It is Saturday night. It is at the Hard Rock the Hard Rock Casino at the Passions nightclub in Hollywood, Florida. And it's Saturday night before Super Bowl, and it's cool.
I think that's where I worked for New Year's Eve.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a great space. It's a really great space.
Hard Rock Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. Day before the Super Bowl. Is that in the Miami area? I'm dumb.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is.
Like
so
40 minutes.
So we're
from
talking
Miami.
all the people going down to the Super Bowl.
All the people going to Super Bowl will be there.
We should go check this out before the big game. The big game.
I'm sure the girls are happy too that every drunk who's had fucking open bars doesn't have liquor breath breathing in your face.
Well,
Hi.
Yeah, it's got to be fun.
It is a job hazard. I actually carry breath spray, so I can just be like, get in there.
Will you just spray somebody's breath, or will you try to be tactful? Or you just go, look, your fucking mouth is awful.
I would just spray them and be like, oh, you want some?
Yeah, great. That tacky, all nervous mouth. Did they get that?
Yeah.
Can I take a picture
not really. And it's going to be a party, and I love, all the girls, we're really friendly, and we like meeting people. And the cool thing about this party is that... Are you impugning my character?
No, I was saying that you are friendly.
Yeah, but all of the girls, there's actually a package where you can get bottle service at a table with Penthouse pets sitting with you and partying with you.
Nice.
And I don't think any other Super Bowl party offers that. Normally they keep the hot girls away from you in the VIP, and this is weird.
That's what I want to do, is get a table and buy bottles of champagne and have a bunch of girls around drinking them with me.
Well, yeah, and, I know I'm a total lesbian.
Can I mortgage my house first? Is that what I have to do?
You're a lesbian?
I do girl videos,
okay.
but I'm a slut for lesbians, and you put me around a bunch of Penthouse pets. We're all really girl friendly. We've all
you guys
shot
just
girl
lick
films.
each other's boxes?
Yes.
For real?
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
It's
the reason
it's pretty much a hello for you guys. Shit, I fucked up my life.
We
just find how do you do?
Yeah.
Like when there's usually a few shots of Jaeger first, but
and then right to the box licking.
Well, the reason I ended up in Penthouse is that I was I did my own radio show years and years and years ago to do where I did DVD review, and I brought
everyone's done radio. What kind of radio?
I did. Well, I was on Sirius.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Doing what?
I was over on. I don't know if I should say them. I was over on Playboy. I did.
Oh, you can't say that.
Yeah. I did a Monday night adult DVD review show, and I.
So did you review them seriously, or because I wrote a review for Hustler once? It was great, just criticizing the fucking furniture and the guy's socks. Some guy was fucking with socks on. It's all I could think of was his dumb socks.
I started out doing internet radio, which is the 1 hour format, and then I moved to Playboy, which is 2 hour format. And so I ended up watching 12 porn DVDs per week, plus interviewing people about porn until I got really burnt out.
Why'd you get fired?
No, I got burnt out.
Oh, so you left?
Yeah, I couldn't watch that much porn, man. I was consulting UCLA and on this study involving porn, and now I can't even masturbate to porn. It's like Gossip Girl.
Were you goofing on it though, or were you like?
It depends on the video. If it's crap, I'm going to talk shit. This whole cum snorting fad is bullshit.
That's terrible.
Yeah, there's this whole movie coming out that's like,
stop it, to each his own.
Yes, it helps my sinuses. I'm allergic to vaginas.
I was going to ask you what makes a bad porn, but then you pretty much...
Cum snorting.
Cum snorting is pretty rough.
Now that seems to be like...
What else makes a bad porn?
terrible chemistry. Dude, the bored face.
You could tell the chemistry.
Well, yeah, if a girl's like sitting there being like,
gives a shit about the chemistry.
Oh yeah, right there. Oh, I love that. Right there, all over my face.
Well, that's bad acting.
I think you know
most
that,
of them are.
You know, if you got good male talent, you know, who knows how to get a performance out of a girl. You have a girl that actually enjoys sex. You're gonna have a great video.
Can pimples ruin a porn?
Fuck HD.
Really?
That's all I have to say. It sucks being shot in HD. You're like, wow, I thought I was good looking, and then you start counting your pores.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
As a girl, it's tough, but, you know, I actually don't really watch porn all that much anymore. I just perform in it.
I hate when they show, it's all this specialty shit that's annoying, like cum snorting. I don't like when they blow bubbles with cum.
No,
stop it. Don't do that. Just swallow it or spit it out.
It's fun. I pop them with my fingers afterwards.
Yes.
Just making fun of our homoerotic producer,
Steve, the guy with the hat and the goatee who was probably trying to sound informed as he was talking to you. Well, you know, the industry has really taken a hit. And he has no idea what he's talking about.
We had like an hour-long pre-interview yesterday, actually.
I see that.
You see that? You've got all the notes over there?
Yes.
Extensive.
Well, yes, he's really smart. Ryan is a girl. Excellent job, Steve.
Well, you don't masturbate to porn, but you masturbate to Battlestar Galactica and Gossip Girl. That come on. I mean, it's a nice line, but what do you really masturbate to?
Battlestar Galactica and Gossip Girl. Sometimes I've been masturbating to Community because I totally want to bang Joan McHale.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I watch so much porn, I just want to watch like something with sexy people on it. I'm
and
like,
of
you're
course,
cute.
you mean the new Battlestar Galactica, not the old ones with the metal Cylons.
No. Love the new.
No, you need the women. Yeah, Cylons.
I used to jerk off to Tweaky. Buck Rogers.
Beady.
Yeah, I wanted them to do that into my anus with like a fucking boxing glove that punches out on a fist.
You ever do a guy, girl?
I haven't.
Vids?
I would love to, but I haven't.
Now, what
we could start now. We got a camera. We got
believe
a few guys.
Somebody would be available. I'm sure.
For me, it's not as a career move. The industry is so lame right now that you really have to be like plan your career.
Why is it lame?
Well, because there's not a lot of money to be made, and if you got to be very careful not to get shot out. You have to, manage your image and all this bullshit.
You guys are fucked for real because
it's lame. Free porn is ruining my life. It is ruining my life.
And how do you stop that? You can't stop it like Lars stopped music downloading.
No, it's
porn thing with all the amateurs and stuff. How do you stop it?
That's a big question in the industry. That it's. I don't think we have enough time to get into it. I mean.
And they've done just about everything they can with the girls, so it's not even about that. It's
not even about that. It's about I think it's going to come down to age verification software. I mean, all the free tube sites don't do anything to keep porn out of the hands of children. At least when you join my website, you have to give me a credit card information, so I know that you're old enough to actually have a credit card and old enough to actually.
I think you guys should all just start banging your fans. That's the way to get around it.
Have you seen my fan?
What about this though? What about
the same fans we have? What's wrong with it?
Having them sponsored, you sponsor a music hour, you have an advertiser sponsor it, or product placement.
I don't know how.
In the fucking, I know there's got to be a way to do it.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
What you can do is, features are still making money, on the pirate scale. I mean, and you can still make money if you do, boy girl exclusive to your website and shows, but it's just the profit margins are so down. And the first thing that they cut is performer rates. And I'm getting asked to do things for a quarter of my former rate. And
GP?
I don't do GP. I do real girl.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They could ask. Wait, for like half the price.
More importantly,
it's happening, and it's really sad. And all the really good girls are going to get pushed out of porn because they can't afford to. I mean, they can make more money. I don't know, selling shoes at Aldo than they can, being in videos.
Escorting. You want money escorting.
You were in the industry for 5 years behind the scenes. Before going in front of the camera at age 23, Anthony. So at 18, you go into the porn industry. Yeah. What were you doing behind the scenes?
Well, I first started out.
And why not on film at 18? Because you want to talk about something people want to see.
I wasn't emotionally ready to be on film at the age of 18. I mean, if I had gone on film at the age of 18, I would have...
You had to wait for your boobies to grow?
I wouldn't have been... I would have been shot out by now. By now, I'd probably be a drug addict. And instead,
you like
I'm
drugs?
not.
See? You could have been a drug addict. You gave up.
I gave up. You
pop a pill every once in a while, right?
So boring. No, I started out working as a clerk. I stalked videos. And then I
really?
Yeah, and then I recruited and managed girls. I actually found Carrie Sable. She was a wicked contract girl for half a second, but she was a girl. She got into the industry at 18. I managed her, and she left my management company because I refused to book her more than 5 days a week. Because I'm like, you do not need to be taking that much strange cock. Like, you need to take a break. Your body needs to take a break.
Isn't Wicked condom only?
Yes, they actually are one of the last companies that still is.
Ugh, why would anyone? If they wonder why people couldn't be buying that, because you don't want to watch.
I don't want to watch that.
Somebody fuck with a condom.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, the condom takes you out of the porn.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's a rough way to do it.
Yeah, there it is. Look, it's a piece of rubber.
Look, he's
sliding
biting
in
the wrapper off, just like I have to do in my car. How awful. His dick is shriveling because he puts the wrapper on. The condom on, whatever it is. I don't even know how to put one on. I think you put the wrapper on.
He puts the wrapper on.
Maybe that's why no one fucks me. I put it over my eyes, over my nose.
Hey, what do you got on Sex Addiction? Addiction.
Sex addiction? What do I got on it?
Well, Steve interviewed you about sex addiction, I see.
Yeah.
It's more harmful than other addictive behavior? Well, we argue whether it's a real disease or not.
I think it's more damaging to society as a whole than, as a regular addiction. I mean, the thing with a regular drug addiction is that the abuser is abusing themselves. And in the case of sex addiction, they're actually abusing many people around them. They're putting them through emotional distress by having multiple sex partners and not treating those sex partners with respect.
You think Tiger Woods is an addict?
I don't really care about Tiger Woods.
No one really cares, but it's in the news.
Maybe.
You think he's doing it just to save his career, or you think that guy's a sex addict?
I don't think he's having copious amounts of sex to save his career. I'm saying that he's either an opportunist or an addict. I'm not sure. Either way, I mean, it's an issue.
Some people just like fucking.
That's true.
That's like,
which is totally fine, as long as you're respectful and communicative with your partners.
Yeah, what if it's like...
There's a really amazing book out there. It's called The Ethical Slut. It's something I read at the age of 16, as a matter of fact.
Oh. Ethical Slut.
Ethical Slut. And it's about
That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Absolutely not. I think that that's a really tired idea that someone can't be promiscuous without being ethical and moral. I think that's... you can sleep around as long as you're respectful and communicative with your partners,
But
let them
a lot
be
of
aware
guys
that
aren't
this is
going to be respectful to a girl that, you just fuck for one night and then she's going to be off fucking somebody else. That's where the respect comes from, is that maybe she's not doing that. I'm not saying in all cases. I'm just saying for the most part. I think that's really
sad. I think that's incredibly sad. And I think that comes from, a societal... I think the reason women don't put out as they get older. When I was 23, I was a lot more promiscuous than I am today.
Really?
Yeah, now you're going to have to work for it because I've been on many...
Why? But it's better then.
Because if I want to go and get laid with someone, they're not going to be nice to me the next day because they're like, oh, you're just, you gave it up too easy. Oh, you're nothing. That's really abusive and that's really hurtful. When everyone wants to go home and have fun and have orgasms. You can't be respectful of that and respect that in someone else.
But you walk into 7-Eleven, no one wants that last hot dog spinning around on that metal grill. You want the fresh hot dog that's put on there.
Like, I'm sorry, dudes get old and tired. Like, no one wants to have sex with Dave Navarro anymore because he's fucked everything.
But I bet Dave Navarro can go out and fuck just any whore he wants at night. Like, he could go out and just
I think that idea of calling a girl a whore just because she is sexually active and owns her own sexuality, I think is abusive towards women.
What?
Yeah, it is.
It's just a name. It's semantics. You could call her a wonderful girl that fucks and blows me every night, or you could just say a whore or a slut or just a chick. So
you're saying that you are continuing with this very old, very tired double standard. Men in today's society...
I didn't bring the colored into this.
It's sad, it's... Like, men in today's society, they want a girl that's fun to play with. And women want to go home and be able to go home with someone and have fun and have it be cool and be respectful. And maybe have breakfast the next morning, and if something happens, if there's chemistry, great. And if not, still be polite.
But in a way, hold on. In a way, you're saying you're falling into the same trap by saying be respectful and communicative. Like, not that you should be rude to people, but if a guy is comfortable just fucking and then go and beat it, the progressive woman should be comfortable fucking and saying beat it too. So without even meaning, I agree with you. I think it is old school to think that women are whores and terrible for fucking a lot of guys. But I don't think that women should play the victim by saying a guy has to be communicative and respectful. They should just be the same way back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that's almost falling into the old school trap too. Like, if a woman just wants to fuck and then go beat it, I'm done.
I think there are girls like that.
Yeah, there are. But I mean,
I think that there's a better way to phrase it than beat it, and I don't think.
But beat it's honest though. No one says beat it, but that is honest.
Well, we all want to say it. Though.
Yeah,
Scram.
We've all been in that situation. You just want to say beat it.
I'm not being literal when I say beat it, but that's an honest view of the attitude.
And even some of you women out there have been in the beat it situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been many a man that's been thrown out of my bedroom, but I'm very nice and polite about it, you know. And the thing is that an ounce of consideration goes a long way in not giving someone emotional baggage. Everyone complains that women over the age of 25 have way too much emotional baggage, and they don't want to date, you know, older girls that have all of these issues. The reason they have those issues is because some dude in their early 20s then being it's fun, this is going to be whatever. And then they're very rude to them after the act.
It cannot be based or blamed on... Women's baggage cannot just be blamed on some guy
I agree.
Like being a little abusive
all of it,
during
but
or after
I
sex.
think that it definitely contributes.
Oh
I think it definitely contributes.
How about guys' baggage from bitches that won't fuck them and tease the shit out of them, and you got to go home with blue balls? How about my emotional
they're making
baggage?
you work for it because someone else...
How about I put in the work and never get paid? That happens.
And
it does happen.
And they lead you along the whole time, right, Ed?
See, that's the sucky ass part. The girl at least is getting fucked.
We got Tom in Kansas City. Big fan of Ryan. Tom?
Hey, Tom.
Good evening.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, love you guys. I like her perspective. I like it. It's like it's kind of bringing a little feminist perspective into porn, and I think that's a good thing.
I agree, but I don't. She's still buying into what she's accusing other people of buying into without meaning to, which is saying, well, why are men this way after? Why are men that way? Like, if you're like being free and just going out and getting some dick, A, make choices with just individuals who aren't going to be rude, and B,
exactly.
don't feel victimized if they are rude. Feel free to be rude back, or just make better decisions. Don't fuck guys who are rude.
Yeah, that's something you learn over time.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that whole women only have issues because men have mistreated them.
I'm not saying they only have issues. I'm saying that it contributes over time.
I'd say it's 50-50. Men have mommy issues, women have daddy issues.
I think family, it does more to damage women. And, well, not as much men. Yeah. I think.
Or maybe 70.
Unless you got like a Norman Bates mother or some shit like that. But I think...
a little Oedipus action.
I think a woman or girl into woman's upbringing and family life has a lot to do with the type of girl she is, how she treats and is treated by men.
And it's important that women demand like how they want to be treated and how what behaviors that they'll put up with and what behaviors
look
they
at
won't.
The demand. Why demand though? Like if
I'm saying demand's a strong word, but it's it's just I don't meet someone and like have like a list of like I demand that. No, and the thing is that every serious relationship I've ever gotten into has started with a one-night stand.
Really?
Every single serious relationship. And I'm kind of like, I date, I prefer to have like a steady piece of ass in my life. I travel so much. I have sex with a lot of different women, in my career. So it's nice to have some stability.
Now, do you have, men boyfriends or just girlfriends?
Sometimes, yeah. I both. I have a hard time with girlfriends.
Girls don't really... Boy, they can't get along very well. If they don't have their mouth full of clit, it's yelling at each other or something.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons I love what I do is that I get to have sex with beautiful women without like all of the hassle that we are. Like dating a woman's a tough thing. I have a friend that I think is gay just because he's too lazy to deal with chicks. Like,
why do you feel men should have to work for it though?
What?
Well, you said you make men work for it. That isn't a way of thinking. Very 1950s.
Make them work for it, even if it's, night one, they're respectful, nice, engaging in conversation, not treating me like an object. And someone can do that in an hour, 2, 3 hours. I'm not saying that someone, they need to work for it, be engaged in engaging me.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at it like... They're looking at me like I'm an object just because they want to fuck you, or because why is that looking at you like an object if it's this free liberation and men and women should just go out and fuck who they want? He's just looking at you and honestly wanting to fuck you. Why aren't you looking at him the same way?
On night one.
I usually am. I'm usually the aggressor in these situations. And then I sit and I want to talk to someone to make sure that, we're compatible. And learning a little bit about someone before you have sex with them is awesome.
It's like you can't say that Ant's view of saying...
And it's more of a turn-on. Women are psychologically aroused.
But it's not right to say that... I agree with you that women should be able to fuck who they want, but saying that, calling women whores is very old school, but then your attitude, too, is very old school when it comes to making a guy work for it. If you want to sleep with them the first night or the first 20 minutes, you should just do it.
Yeah, and I do. But, I make sure that they've been respectful to me, even if it's just in their mannerisms at the bar or the way, or you know, wherever. And
now, what if you're meeting for the first time? You step in to a bar that you're hooked up to at, and the guy looks you over. Now that to me is like
that's normal. People are very, very visual, and actually the way someone's eyes move over your body can tell you exactly how they're gauging, you know, their attraction to you.
What if it's like an inch away from your pussy?
Yes, and they're grinding their teeth angrily.
I don't know. I'd hope I'm stripping and they're tipping me. I don't know.
Your first meet a girl, you shake her hand, just get on your knees and just start grinding your teeth.
Oh my gosh! Well,
hi, what do you drink?
I've had a few foot fetish fans like drop onto their feet and be like, "Oh,
really?
Oh yeah."
You have nice feet.
I do.
I'm not a foot guy, but do you? Have
I shoot a lot of foot fetish content.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
See, I'm not a foot fetish guy, but I like the whole package. I've always said that.
The whole package.
Like I like the whole package. I don't like a girl like you look at somebody like Paris Hilton, attractive girl and everything, but
horrible
she's got
feet.
Talons. Yeah. They're like big long talons.
Let me jump in here real quick and just say go to thepenthousesuperbowlparty.com and buy tickets for our party on Saturday night in Hollywood, Florida.
Radio. Did you get the plug wrong though?
TheSuperbowlParty.com. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Penthouse. Yeah. You're right. The PenthouseSuperBowlParty.com. Thank you. I've been plugging this thing all week.
What can you get done with the feet?
What can you know,
you said you shot a lot of...
Aren't those horrid?
You've shot a lot of content with the feet. What can you do with the feet?
Lots of teasing, you know, stockings on and off. You do the arch and the point and the arch and the point, you know, and you put the stockings on and off. You have dirty feet, wet feet. I mean, in my personal life, I'm pretty damn good at foot job.
The old, wow, really?
Yeah.
Can you get that thing wrapped around?
Oh, yeah, I can do, there's like the technique, because you have to be able to go like this, and then...
Give the foot job.
The foot job.
The foot job looks
like an ab
silly.
workout.
It does look silly.
It is an ab workout.
It looks silly.
But it's only worth it for someone that's really into sheet. Because someone who's so turned on by your feet, you don't have to do it for that long. And then they're just going to blow their load because they're so aroused.
What do you think? That I've always wondered, because I don't, again, the smell of feet can turn me on, but what it represents doesn't turn me on. Like, to me, that's, men are completely submissive when they're into feet.
No, I've had
I'm not saying all people who love feet, but the idea of a foot fetish and just worshiping a woman's feet. There are men that won't kiss a woman above the ankles. Mm-hmm. That's a total sub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like people that are into foot worship, not just because
don't
feet
even want to deal with
sexy.
the rest of the body.
Yeah, guys that are into
to a girl above her ankles. I just talk to their
That's
feet.
the extreme end of the fact.
That's all I want to talk back.
Like, not everyone is like, oh, I only want to touch your feet. Most people are like, your feet are hot. That is something else about you that turns me on. And maybe can we suck your toes while I'm pounding you out? Which is great. I love that. That's fun.
Does it suck to get cum in between your toes?
Cum's just not fun to deal with in general. Like, it's very exciting. You're like, oh yeah, come all over me. It's gonna be amazing. And then it happens and you're like, I was so excited for this. And
not clean it up!
I'm like, you baby waves.
Now it's just coagulating.
Right? And then there's that weird thing in the shower where it doesn't completely wash off.
It's like rubber cement. It's fucking horrible. I hate that. It's in my hair, my eyebrows.
Where are you hanging out on a Friday night?
I'm a shooter. I'm alone.
Really? Are you, like distance?
I put my feet up on the wall and I yell, drink it, faggot, and I come in my own face.
All right, I'm on to something with the pre-interview. Raised in a very conservative household. We have our theories on this.
Yes.
That's where the wild ones come from.
I was raised,
And you didn't see a PG-13 film until you were 13 years old. That's not that outrageous.
That's very true. However, what they didn't restrict was my library card, so I read Our Bodies Ourselves at the age of 11 and was like...
Getting turned on a little bit?
Oh, yeah. No, I started masturbating at the age of 12, but having an amazing book like Our Bodies Ourselves, which is the first sex book written for a woman by a woman in the 70s, completely revolutionized the women's movement.
Did you feel like you were missing something because it was so strict at home?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm sure I probably did at the time, but my family, like, I read a lot of books. I was really involved in theater. I was a total dork. Library theater kid. And, I had a very active,
Didn't you graduate high school?
I did graduate high school, but I didn't graduate from high school. You
did it afterwards? GED stuff?
Well, instead of going to high school, there's an amazing program up in Washington State that's called Running Start, where you can go to community college to earn college credit towards your degree.
I did the same thing.
So what, you skip high school?
Dropped out of high school.
Yes,
and start
at the age
college
of 16,
and then get high school credit?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the age of 16, I decided that high school was really lame, and I didn't like it. And
why would you drop out of high school and then work to do something else? I dropped out because I didn't want to do any of the work. It's very lazy.
I was
then
just
why am I
bored
going
by
to
the
do something
classes.
else?
I mean,
so smoke pot and watch cartoons.
She likes
I do like cartoons.
She likes comic books.
Love comic books. I do love cartoons, and I did used to smoke pot. So I mean, I did that.
What
but at the same
comic books do
time,
you
I went
like?
to school. I am right now. I've got reading Transmetropolitan. I just finished Why the Last Man. Preacher. I'm a huge Enos fan.
I don't know any of them.
I love Enos.
They're not super.
Penis.
Oh, sorry. I went Enos.
I don't read.
I was going anus.
I
You
think
went
Enos
penis.
and penis works.
I don't really
better.
read the superhero comics. I tend to read things that are more like anti-hero, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic themes.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic.
And you like
very
wrestling
cool.
too, right?
I like. I love wrestling when it was still like the rise and fall of ECW area. I never had watched wrestling until a few years ago, and back when I did my old radio show on Playboy, talking about porn for 2 hours.
Damn.
Totally sucked. So we ended up talking about mostly Seinfeld and wrestling. And my co-host at the time was really into old school wrestling. He grew up out here in Philly and had like all of the old ECW, like VCS, like our tapes of all of the old matches, all of the underground matches. So I got really into it.
That's like our dummy Sam over here. He's a huge wrestling fan. Another idiot, E-Rock, is a wrestling fan.
It's, you know,
Do you see the guy in the other room there eating fish that are thrown to him?
It's violent. It's violent entertainment, you know. It's
There's a lot of jokes being told here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
go
they
ahead.
invented the tables, ladders, and chairs match. Like, that's brilliant. Like, it's entertainment. I understand that
That was
wrestling
fun.
is quote-unquote fake, but it's so awesome. So much violence, so much, like...
Don't gotta sell
and
me.
ECW, you know, they reinvented an editing style that's being heavily used today.
Yeah.
They completely changed the face of what television looks like.
I was into it years ago, but then, you know, I grew up, but our little Sam, he still enjoys it. Him and he likes chicken nuggets and little baby hand food, and you could give him a little bowl of Cheerios when he brings them he's brought over the house, and he'll just eat them all day.
You sit in his little high chair.
You're learning from your brother and sister, I see.
Oh,
with the
fuck.
Cheerios.
Enough with the kids with the goddamn Cheerios.
Hey, we got some calls.
That's where the Cheerios sales are.
Right.
That's where they are. If it wasn't for babies, Cheerios would be who likes those?
I don't know.
It'd be Frosted Flakes.
Let's go to, we're talking to Ryan Keely. Let's go to Jeremy in Cleveland. Jeremy?
Hey, boys. Hey, Jimmy. Can't wait to see you on the 26th.
Ooh,
Where am I? Cleveland? Oh, cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah, hey, listen, I got a question for Ryan Kelly. If you don't want to be treated as an object, then why are you doing porn? The whole basis of porn.
Yeah, that's a little confusing to everybody. You're
It
right.
is confusing, and it's a hypocrisy that for some reason works in my head, and I haven't found the smart answer to answer that yet.
Jimmy says that a lot. It's like, hey, you know
it's-
I'm fucking.
But I think
I have
But the reason I ended up, yeah, I have contradictions, but the reason I actually ended up in porn was, I'm horny and it turns me on to do filthy things on camera.
Nice.
That's something that genuinely turns me on. It's something I genuinely enjoy. And I'm also, I wasn't seeing enough real orgasms, so I wanted to bring more of those to the world and inspire, you know, other real orgasms in response, because, you know, everyone loves an orgasm.
Yeah, I hate the overacting in porn. Like, that drives me crazy, the fake orgasms. Like, maybe you have to play it up a little for a camera, but I hate shut up.
The eyes rolling back in the head and the shaking.
I actually do come that hard. And that's a really hard thing, is that my first scene, they yelled at me for being, like, too loud. Like, oh, you're living up, you're faking. I'm like, she's banging my G-spot. I'm about to squirt. I'm multi-orgasmic. Very easy to make me come, very easy to make me come very hard, very easy to make me squirt.
Oh, wow.
And so,
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, you rule.
And not all the time, but sometimes I squirt. And I have, you know, strong, intense orgasms. It's not always acting. Like, sometimes if her eyes are actually rolling into the back of her head, it's probably real. It's probably if she's going like, oh, then that's going to be fake, because they got the one big loud.
Sure.
It's more organic, more
I want to hear
animalistic.
some shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the
that's
legs
good.
start shaking.
Yeah. Okay, she's going to come apart.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
That's
too
a good
animated.
orgasm.
Yeah.
I make this noise when I come.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch my own videos because I don't want to edit my natural responses, because I'm afraid if I watch my own videos, then I'll be like, oh, why did I make that face?
Oh, okay.
You know? And it won't be, like, real and organic.
I am glad I don't look at myself in a mirror or anything like that, because the face has to be hysterical.
Oh, it is frightening once
Like-
you start getting naked in front of a camera. Like, you
Yes,
start
yes.
tanning, going to the gyms. Things start happening.
I think I look like I have Bell's palsy when I come. Like half my face just goes.
Should be doing the New Year's Eve countdown. Is this weird that for me, the best way to masturbate is into a mirror while yelling, you should be killed?
The Penthouse, superparty.com.
Let's go to Larry in Virginia. Larry.
Yeah.
Hi, Larry.
What's happening, guys?
Hey, what's up, Larry?
Speak.
Hey, man, enjoy your show. Hey, I got a question for you. Been married for about 24 years, and my wife accuses me more so of a lot of quickie sex, and I just kind of wanted to get an idea of an opinion on how can I change that around and be more appealing to her needs, and what kind of comments or suggestions would you have?
So you're only having quickie sex with your wife right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
There's no extended foreplay or romance. Do you guys have kids?
Well, yeah, I mean,
you guys have kids? Okay, that's really common with people that have kids. I know it sounds fucking cheesy, and I really hate to say it, but you guys got to get the kids out of the house for an evening, let her take an afternoon nap, and then post nap time, like, go for it. That would be my recommendation.
Or duct tape them into the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
yes.
duct tape the doors shut and have a good banging.
Yeah, no, get the kids out of the house, under grandma's house, or whatever, and let your wife relax. Take a nap. Because I don't know, she's probably tired, would love a little sleep, and after she, like, wakes up and is rested and is like, oh, yeah, this is my husband, my house is empty, I've got time, we've got time to enjoy each other, and then
there's some of that banging.
Or if you can't do that, I say you put Valium in the little kids' drinks, and while they're in a fucking
put a little
slumber,
bourbon in their bottle, they'll be fine.
Yeah, then you poke your wife where the duty comes out, as I like to say. But yeah, people with kids, man, always say the same thing. It's like, it's hard to find time just to fucking be nasty, because there's always, whatever noise kids make.
Yeah, right. You gotta get the kids out of the house.
What else we got? Wow, you shouldn't do porn unless you're 21 years or older. Oh.
It's something that I've thought about. I mean, it's a much longer discussion. I would like to see the age of girls in porn or the age of any performer in porn be raised
down,
raised
right,
the age of 21.
Sorry. Thought you meant the other way. I was
I also masturbated to the book Lolita growing up. So, I mean, what's good in a fantasy is not necessarily good in real life. I've seen so many girls get in. Actually, your producer was asking me about why he thinks girls' careers in porn are so short. And I think one of the reasons they get in too early before they're, like, emotionally equipped to deal with the extremes of working in the adult industry. I mean, taking different cock 4 days a week is really intense. You know, you're removed from your family.
I agree.
And it's not just, it's just not the physical tax. It's the emotional tax and the mental tax that it takes. And I see a lot of girls, they go from being like these sweet, brand new, fresh things, and then they do too much, too many videos too soon. They get burned out, and then they start, getting tattoos. And I think it's an external,
So you would never do Girl Guy?
I absolutely would.
Who would you want to do a scene with?
Scott Nails.
I don't know him.
He shoots a lot for Digital Playground. He's pretty. Eric Everhard. I would love to bang Nacho Vidal. I know his cock is ginormous. I have no idea if I could take it.
He's actually banned from the country.
I know. He got extradited for tax reasons.
Nacho was known as a vagina ruiner.
Oh, no. His cock is like...
destroyer?
This is literally like my forearm.
Belladonna dated him for 3 years. That was her boyfriend for 3 years. And I've asked her husband, like, how do you... Like, does it bother... Because I would obsess about ex-girlfriends. Yeah. I'm like, how do you... What's that?
Aiden is hung. Her husband is hung.
Aiden has a big dick?
He has a big dick.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen his dick. Okay.
Wow.
Does Aiden have a fucking big hog? All right.
That's what I've been told by reliable sources.
Let me see.
No, Nacho is like... He's filthy, and I love it. And he's kind of creepy now. He's done way too many tranny and bisexual scenes for me to actually want to have sex. I want to have sex with Nacho like 6 years ago.
He blinks a lot too. He blinks really hard, but he just
passionate,
go
man.
Go to like Xtube and watch him fuck. He'll like just hold a girl up and just fuck her better than I would ever fuck her laying down. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, he's an animal, and that would be an amazing experience. I wouldn't walk for a week. I'd get a UTI, but god damn would I have fun.
Yoshi thinks he's the best male performer ever. He thinks he's better than Rocco Siffredi.
Yoshi studies this stuff?
Well, he did the DVDs for Evil Angel for so long, and he said that he's better than Rocco. He's better than Manuel for any of those guys.
He's absolutely out of control. Yoshi and I used to work in the same office complex. I've known him since I was like 20.
Wow.
Does he give you the creeps at all?
No.
Yoshi?
He gives me free DVDs.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of DVDs. So you're friends with Joey, it says? Joey Silvera?
I know Joey very well. I worked at wantedlist.com, which was like the Netflix for porn. I think they're still around. And we had the same office complex. We're still in the evil office. And at the same time, I also was doing my radio show, so I was getting a lot of free content. And one of my good friends, Kevin Moore worked for Joey for years.
Yeah.
So I've known Joey for years and years and years, and I love that he's such a real pervert. I love his videos because he only shoots what turns him on, and I think that's why he's been in the business so long and why he still loves what he does.
Joey is a fucking dirtbag. He really
such
is.
a dirtbag.
Complete filth bag.
So filthy, and I love it. And I love someone that's so out there, you know, and so passionate about what they do. And so,
how do you feel about people now? Fucking Stalliano is, I don't know if he was indicted, but I mean, there's legal trouble. And fucking Max Hardcore, Paul Little, is in jail for 4 years because of objectionable. It's really scary that people are going to jail.
Well, I do not necessarily agree with every single scene that he shoots. I will, to the death, stand up to defend his right to shoot what he wants to shoot. I mean, everyone that shoots for Paul Little, everyone that shoots for Max Hardcore, everyone that shoots knows exactly what they're getting into before they shoot the scene. So if the end consumer finds it objectionable, I'm sorry, but like, what happens between consenting adults happens between consenting adults. Well-paid consenting adults.
Yeah, he's in jail for 4 years because
which is so not right.
What was the scene?
I don't know, probably milk or piss. He'd put a speculum in their mouth and whiz in their mouth and go, yeah, take it, you little cunt. Yeah.
You know one of my favorite things about Max Hardcore?
Is it his hat or his little shoes?
Well, he has
little shoes.
His philosophy on porn, he's like, after you've done volume 20, he's like, just quit. Like, you've done as much with that series as you can. Like, no one needs to see an up-and-comers 837, you know? Like, he's like, once you hit 20, of like, milkthat.ass.com, like,
Milk
quit.
that ass.
Max knows what they have,
What he was doing was he would dress girls up and make them look really young. And the original Cherry Popper series, they would actually say he would go behind, they'd be smoking a cigarette behind the school. He'd be like, does your mom know you're smoking? He's all creepy with a Minnesota accent. And they would go, no. And he'd go, how old are you? They'd go, like 12. And then you fast forward 5 minutes. He's wearing his fucking straw cowboy hat, his horrible brown loafers, and he's taking his 5-inch dick, and he's causing them more misery than a 357 could.
Oh, it's amazing.
Go on, squeeze it out. Squeeze it out. Look at him. Look at his hat. Look at his shoes. His fucking shoes rule. Look at him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the little, he actually has, in his house, boxes of, the little, 3-year-old, hair accessories, like barrettes.
I love his little shorts around his little ankles.
The little socks with the...
Yeah, the little socklets.
But his dick is not that big, but he really causes damage.
Oh, yeah. He makes you feel it.
Look at him. Have you ever shot with him?
No.
That's a stupid question. Max gets a lot of pleasure out of his penis.
The Penthouse, superparty.com. Buy tickets to hang out with 20 Penthouse pets in Miami this weekend, this Saturday. Go to
you can't plug the party during a fisting.
Yeah, that's against the rules.
Yeah.
What's she looking for?
Look at Max's face.
It's hot girl go action. That's what Penthouse parties are all about.
Look at the angry face.
Max is a creep.
Yeah, his face is amazing.
He looks like the old man in Clockwork Orange when he's in a wheelchair and he hears Alex singing in the rain in his bathtub.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at that smile on her face. Look at that smile. That's an orgasm.
She's dead too.
Look at Max.
She used to be one of my favorites.
Max is one of Who is that?
Anastasia Blue.
The blonde is dead.
She was fantastic.
When did she die?
Recently too, only about a year ago, maybe a year and a half now.
It's like wrestling, they all die young.
Max is a silly goose. He would always just get angry at them. Oh yeah, take that, you little teenage cock tease.
What'd she die of?
I think she was drugging
from that fisting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
something wrong.
A lot of speed addicts go through Max Hardcore's house.
Oh, he's just a fucking... Always got his shoes on. I'd love to see his feet. He probably has feet like a fucking field goal kicker.
You know why they keep the shoes on? Is they can get better traction in those positions.
Ah.
It's actually it's a technical thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got William in Alabama. William.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Hi, William.
I was working at a video store in Huntsville, Alabama, and was arrested for renting out Cherry Poppers number 9 to an undercover policeman.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Wow. You got arrested for renting something that was in the store?
Yes, I was.
Goddamn Alabama.
Actually stuck.
Wow, that sucks.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Move above the Mason-Dixon.
Deep, right?
You'd love him. You'd love him, dude.
Jesus Christ.
You would love him.
Anthony would love this guy.
Oh,
You
yeah,
might want to
for sure.
explain that, Jimmy.
He's disturbing. I don't like abusive.
He's not abusive. He's just fucking her throat.
She's choking.
So his dick's not even that big.
So you talk this big talk, and now you're worried about her choking. That's really sweet.
I wasn't talking
There's like
big
a soft,
talk.
gooey interior.
I wasn't talking big talk.
There's a lady you love. I know it.
I like being very nice and romantical.
Okay, so then
I'm not like a fucking
see,
pound and just do that.
Look at Max. He's got
now,
his dick in one ass.
Are you nice and romantical with the girls that go home with you right away? Or do you just treat them like horse?
I got to pay them.
That's awful.
What is that, Jimmy?
Speculums opening the vagina and ass. That's awful. That just doesn't turn me on. He'll piss in them. He's a silly boy.
What is he doing with
I don't know.
I love how bored she looks here. She's like, what is going on? This is what my life has come to.
He's coming on her vagina and ass is being held open with medical equipment.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's not quite it. Oh, and then she's sucking something out?
Oh, no. What is she? Oh, she's going to
crazy
suck
strut.
come out of her.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so she has a
That's how it
speculum. This girl has a speculum in her ass. And the other girl has a straw that is attached to that speculum and is now... Oh, that's fake. That's completely fake.
It probably is.
That's totally fake.
It has to be. There's too much of it.
Yeah, that is pineapple. What do they use? They use the pina colada mix.
Oh, yeah? They use that?
If they have to drink it, it's the pina colada mix. But not all the time. Only for stupid stunts like this.
What is that called? Coco Loco?
Yeah.
The Cetaphil makes great fake cum, too.
Well, listen, we got to get out of here.
Could you hear Max? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, squeeze it out.
The big plug, Ryan Keely, the Penthouse Super Party. So it's the PenthouseSuperParty.com.
PenthouseSuperParty.com. It'll be me. It'll be 19 other pets, including Pet of the Year Taylor Vixen. Come buy tickets. Come hang out with us. Open bar all night. It's the biggest party Penthouse has ever held. And unlike most of those shitty Super Bowl parties where they keep all the hot girls in the VIP section, we're going to be out there. We're going to be mingling. And there are tickets to sit at tables with us. You have your own assigned pets to sit with you in the VIP section. So this Saturday in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Casino, you can get your tickets on Ticketmaster, and that is the PenthouseSuperParty.com.
It's actually a nice venue. I've been there. I performed there. So,
right. Jimmy, you got anything?
No, just Cleveland, February 26th, and I'm doing that sober show this Saturday with Mike DiStefano, Bob Kelly, and Rich Voss.
Sober show?
Go to sillyaddicts.com, and we're doing Comics Anonymous for Comedy Central.
That's gonna be a good show.
This Saturday, one night only.
Comedy Central, so go to the tape.
Yeah, it's here in New York.
All
Free
right.
tickets.
All right, Ryan. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
And I think we're out of here for today.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.